and you guys have had a pretty good season so far, as you guys have tended to do in recent years. So, what's sort of been the secret to success for you guys this season?
Um, we just our weight room is really good, and we've had like injuries type deal. Like I mean, nothing. We had one kid that tore his ACL in preseason. Besides that, just some nag and stuff. So we're gonna sit some guys tonight and try and get them healthy for the playoff run that we want to make. So so yeah, that's kind of it's a lot of guys, and what we do pretty well. So it's just about putting the right guys on the field tonight, I guess.
For sure. So let's just talk about, again, on the season, you guys are undefeated on the year. You guys have won pretty convincingly every single week. But is there still anything you'll catch you say we need to fine tune this or continue to work on it?
We need to get healthy. you know, no, I mean, I think it's just doing the small things. I think that's what we do and have done pretty consistently. We run the ball very, very effectively. We control the clock. When teams get behind on us, it's a tough road for them to catch up just because we do drain so much clock as we're maintaining the ball for drives. We don't make a lot of mistakes. We have, I think, 5 turnovers on the year, and basically 3 of those, I believe. Well, we have 2 fumbles by our starters and 1 interception. The rest have been our backups. So, we do a good job of not turning the ball over.
For sure. So let's talk about some of these guys that are going to touch the ball a lot tonight. Who would you say are your impact players that we're going to see a lot of tonight? And also, who are some of maybe the younger guys we're going to see come in and play a bit as well?
Dan Ballgreen's our quarterback and probably one of our best rushers. He was a fullback last year and a backup quarterback, but he went for over 1,000 yards and he missed the first 5 games of the season. So he's very, very effective running the ball. And then he's probably the best passer I've had in all my years here. He's probably throwing close to around 70% on the season. And even when he misses, it's basically probably the guys dropping the ball more so than him not putting it in a very good spot. Cam Halverson, who I believe is sitting tonight as well, and Major Ness have carried a big portion of the load throughout the season. Jake Strand is also a backup quarterback, but he'll be starting at fullback, which he has been the entire season actually. Good runner, strong kid, and then I would say those 4 are probably the most impactful on our offense side of the ball. But we've got a very good offensive line. They're not huge, but they get the job done. They're very smart, and who they're supposed to be blocking, they don't make a ton of mistakes, and they just play hard.
All right, so let's move on to tonight's game. I know it's Crookston this week, and Crookston's celebrating homecoming. I tell you guys aren't around for a lot of homecoming games as things have been lately, but knowing you are going to be the homecoming opponents, is there any sort of added fuel to the fire for that, or is it just business as usual for you guys?
Just business as usual. We played them twice last year, and they really struggled with numbers the past few years, and but they play hard, and I would expect being homecoming, they'll play a little bit harder tonight.
For sure. So what is it in particular that maybe stands out about Crookston, just watching them on film or studying them?
I just think that they play hard, and I mean, they make some mistakes, but they don't hang their heads a ton, and I think they believe in what they're doing. The quarterback runs the ball pretty effectively. A lot of times it's when a pass play might break down and he scrambles. He's very good at finding lanes to run through. So we got to make sure that we know where he's at the entire night.
All right, so let's talk about this week in practice. What are some things you guys have been working on over the last couple of days, and how are we going to see that translate to the game tonight?
We've taken it pretty easy all week, actually, just trying to heal the bodies after we had a tough stretch. We played Pelican and Holly and Park Rapids, 3 out of 4 weeks. So this week we were pretty light throughout the week, and it's all about just trying to get healthy for a good playoff run.
For sure. When you play teams like that and you have maybe a bit of the gauntlet in the middle of the season, so to speak, how do you sort of change things up in practice to make it more mental instead of the physical grind like it maybe is other times during the season?
We just spend a lot of time on the breakdown stuff, just not running plays, etc., just working on our skills. Just making sure, because as a playoff start, we spend probably less and less time on the actual breakdown and more of just the prep of the game, what the other team's going to try and do to stop us, and how we're going to counter that.
All right, Coach, I ask you too, what are some of the keys to tonight's game for you guys, and what do you have to do to ensure you come away with a win here?
I would say we just have to hold on to the ball. We've got to score, obviously. Defensively, we just need to play a good, solid game and figure out what they're trying to do against us.
All right, perfect. Coach, that's all I've got for you. Unless there's anything else we haven't talked about yet you want to cover?
Nope, that's it.
All right, perfect. Well, once again, that was Coach Brian Strand here on the Riverview Health pregame show. Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck here tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care.
The team at Riverview Health is getting stronger to serve you better. Riverview Health is pleased to welcome orthopedic surgeon Dr. Brennan Smith. Dr. Smith specializes in joint replacements and sports medicine. Dr. Smith is now seeing patients at Riverview Clinic in Crookston, East Grand Forks, and Thief River Falls. You know you'll be in good hands with Riverview Health when you need specialized care. For appointments, call 218-281-9595.
Ever wonder what your city government does for you? They provide police and fire protection, emergency and disaster preparation, building code and zoning enforcement, street repair, cleaning and snow plowing, curbside garbage and recycling collection, plus spring and fall cleanup weeks. They deliver safe drinking water and maintain a wastewater system. They care for 22 parks and provide year-round recreation activities. They give loans for economic development and housing. They do all this and much more with the help of your city employees.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Real pregame show continues now with Pirates head coach Nate Labarsky. And Coach, well, let's talk first about last week you guys played up in War Road. It was a game where you guys were able to do a lot of things well. Looking back now on that one after the last week or so, what did you see from that game from your team, and what are some things you want to build on from that game heading into this week?
Yeah, I thought offensively we kind of, I don't know if I'd say broke out, but we were able to control the ball on a fair amount of drives, which is always good for, obviously for us on offense, but also for defense. Not putting them on the field. Unfortunately, we had some injuries and we weren't necessarily ready in the backup roles, and that's on. I said that's on me, and so we came in and made a few mistakes that were kind of costly on the scoreboard because we turned the ball over in their territory, and then threw one, and they returned it for a touchdown. So game's a little closer without those things. Obviously, I thought our effort was great throughout the game. Especially with the drive we put together at the end of the game, guys didn't give up, and that's what you're looking for.
For sure, you mentioned the health of your team. A couple guys were out. course, got to ask about Tegan, how his ankle's doing, but also the other guys that maybe have some injuries as well. What's it looking like?
Yeah, Tegan. I mean, it was a slow week for him trying to get back with the ankle. He will play on the offensive side tonight. I don't know that we'll play him on the defensive side, but he's back to being able to move on the ankle, which is a good thing, obviously, for us. Unfortunately, Tate will have to sit out tonight because of the concussion protocol, and hopefully we're going to have him back on Monday. Grady Kingberg's still out with a knee. So, yeah, no, we're missing some guys, and that obviously always hurts us, especially with the numbers we have. So we're going to have some young guys step up and step in and go out there and try and make some plays.
This is going to be certainly a big test for the young guys tonight. How have they been preparing in practice this week, and what has their repro been like?
Yeah, well, I think the prep and practice is that they're getting reps in practice, and so if they obviously there's some nerves that go on, especially when you're younger and don't have quite the experience that maybe other guys do. But once you get past those nerves and first couple plays happen, hopefully they're going to just settle in and do what they've been working on in practice all week and just go around. I mean, we quite honestly don't have anything to lose, and the guys should just be flying around, having fun, playing football against a really, really good football team.
A really good football team indeed. Barnesville's in town tonight. They're, as you mentioned, a really good football team. That may even be an understatement. This is a great football team you guys are playing against tonight. How do you maybe keep your team locked in or focused on the mission at hand without them getting distracted by maybe the name on the front of their jerseys?
Yeah, I think the coaches this week or for sure the last couple of days, even last night before we broke practice is yes, we're playing Barnesville, but we have to take care of the things that we can do. They're gonna force you to be good, and that's why playing good teams is a good thing for anybody. And you figure out how you can make plays against a good team. You try to stack up as many of those as you can, and then you take from that. You get better, in the weeks to come. It's a short turnaround, so we have to go out there and attempt to make good plays and put the effort forth to do that. And when you do that, there are going to be we will have some successes in the game. There's no doubt about that, and you build on those. So that's what we're attempting to do, especially with playing quite a few guys tonight.
You talk about Barnesville. Of course, their team does a lot of things well. What are the things in particular that stand out about them when you watch them on tape?
Well, I think they're just fundamentally sound, right? They've run their offense forever, and they do a really good job of deception. It's hard to find the ball, offensively, and they have big, strong kids that are in the offensive line and defensive line. So they run well. They're athletic. So there isn't too many things they don't do well, and that's that creates problems obviously for any team, and it can for us too. There again, we have to be fundamentally sound. We need to be able to go make those plays when on each snap of the ball, and I'd really like our guys to celebrate the good efforts tonight. I mean, it's a long game. When we have success, I'd like our guys to be excited for our success and then build on that, because I think that's what you need going into playoffs.
As far as practice goes this week, what are some things you guys have been repping as far as just, getting ready for this game, but also as far as working on yourselves?
I think for us, just everybody doing their job. We're kind of going back all the way to the first week, right? We haven't gotten away from that. It's trusting the guys next to you that they're going to do their job and you're going to do your job. And I think that's when the most success comes, is both offensively, defensively, special teams. We need to be smart and be able to run down and make some plays on special teams as well. So if everybody does their job and everyone trusts them, then we won't try to be overcompensating for people not trying to do two jobs when you really just need to do one.
Should we expect seeing new wrinkles tonight, considering Tegan's banged up and Tate maybe isn't going to play, and Grady being out as well, like we did last week?
Maybe a few, not a whole lot. I think our we'll stick with our base stuff, especially still during the regular season, and we quite honestly need to get better at running it every week as the ability to run it a little better offensively. And so that gives our guys the opportunity to play fast and to know where they're going. We didn't want to change up a whole lot this week, because then all of a sudden there's questions and then it just slows you down. So we need to be able to play fast tonight, and so we didn't change a lot.
For sure, and of course, maybe the opposite then could be to condense the playbook against a team with this that you're probably going to see in the first round of the playoffs anyway. Is there any sort of a temptation to maybe simplify things a bit and not show them too much?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're just going to do what we do, and you know, there again, it gives you the opportunity to see what you need to work on here in a short amount of time, right? Because there's no doubt that we're probably going to Barnesville for the first round of the playoffs, but in the meantime, we also have to play Hawley in a couple of days, so. We need to get good at what we're doing. So,
all right, Coach. Keys to a game tonight. Keys to a win.
Well, I think that's for sure. Defensively, we need to be able to stop the run. I mean, and that's obviously easier said than done. More so than that, probably limit like the big plays. Like we need to try to make them earn what they're getting, and with that is stopping the run. For us, we need to be able to eat the clock. We need to be able to do that in reverse. We need to be able to go on some drives. We need to be able to get some first downs. Early first downs for us and some success early will be key. And then special teams, we certainly can't have a lot of mistakes on special teams. And then if we could create a play or two on special teams that kind of flips the field or gives us good field position or, heck, even score would be a huge benefit for us.
All right, Coach, anything else?
No, I think we're ready to play.
All right, perfect. Let's Coach Nate Waborski here on the Reveal Pregame Show. Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck tonight.
Sounds good. Thanks.
This is my farm.
Don't come out here and tell me what I need.
I need solutions that work and market options that are worth my time.
Small town support that sees the bigger picture.
A global network that empowers us. A co-op that's there for us every day.
This is Lindsay Erdman, Executive Director at Benedictine Living Community of Crookston. It is our privilege to serve the Crookston community and the surrounding area by offering a continuum of care ranging from assisted living, skilled nursing care, memory care, short-term stay and rehab, and outpatient therapy, including physical, occupational, and speech therapy. We also offer many employment opportunities with great benefits, on-site daycare, and a scholarship program. Contact us today at 218-281-3424 or benedictinecrookston.org.
At Crookston High School, we really have a lot going on.
There isn't that much going on.
Oh yeah? We have
softball,
baseball,
track and field, soccer, swimming, tennis,
golf,
volleyball,
crap shooting, hockey,
basketball,
wrestling. So we have a lot of sports.
And there is
orchestra,
band,
choir,
visual arts,
speech,
theater,
Leo Club.
And Crookston is one of the highest academic schools in the region.
Really?
Yeah, really, especially in math and science.
I guess we do have a lot going on.
Yeah, and that's why Crookston High School is
my education destination.
With the fall season right around the corner, Grove Mechanical in Crookston is ready to prepare you for winter. They suggest having your heating system serviced regularly to keep things running smoothly. A skilled technician will clean and service your heating equipment to ensure safe and efficient operation. It's never too early to get ready for the upcoming winter season. Before the cold sets in, call Grove Mechanical today, your hometown heating and cooling professionals. Give them a call, 218-281-3863, or visit their website, grovemech.com.
For all of your automotive service needs, call Christian Brothers Ford here in Crookston. We have a service team to handle all of your vehicle's needs. Does your vehicle pull to the right or left? Call and schedule an alignment today. Proper alignment saves gas and wear on your tires. We're here to take care of your vehicle repairs and maintenance. Call Christopher or Jersey in the service department at 281-1338. Make an appointment today with the service department at Christian Brothers Ford of Crookston, where we make it easy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Angie Smith, optometrist at the Crookston Eye Clinic and Foston Eye Clinic. We aim to provide high-quality products to our patients, things that we use ourselves in treating our own dry eye or coatings that we like to use on our own glasses.
We offer myopia control contact lenses for children, which are soft contacts that not only correct their vision, but are designed to slow the progression of their nearsightedness.
The eyes lead the body, and we are passionate about helping the eyes be safer, sharper, and faster.
Crookston Valley Cooperative in Crookston is your full-service local agronomy dealer, delivering the products and services that you've come to expect. Crookston Valley Cooperative specializes in seed, chemical, and fertilizers that you need to keep your farm operation growing. For expert advice you can rely on, give Sean, Mike, or Matt a call at 281-1178 today or stop by at Crookston Valley Cooperative, located at 1122 Fairfax Avenue in Crookston. Crookston Valley Co-op, here to keep you growing.
Welcome to Andy Oman State Farm. We're located on 423 North Broadway, next to Holiday in Crookston, Minnesota. Third generation agent with State Farm. We've got a team here with over 75 years of experience, 6 of us fully licensed, here to serve you. We know insurance is about a promise, and we're here from the beginning to throughout the whole process to deliver on that promise.
Nobody likes to wait on hold, and neither do we. Give our office a call where a cheerful voice is ready to help you right away. Call 218-281-3643.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Minnesota, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
We're back here at KROX Radio Stadium here in Crookston, and well, we're trying to fix the stream up here in the booth, but we're getting ready for Barnesville and Crookston kickoff. We're about 12 minutes or so away from kickoff here between the Trojans and Pirates. Zach Thomas with you on the call this evening. Gabe Bishop, Chris Fee going to join here momentarily, and well, this is still the Riverview Health pregame show on KROX. Should be, that is. And let's see if we can get everything rolling here on our streams. Yep, okay, we are good on the live stream. We get back on the airwaves too. So we'll be back on the airwaves. We'll join everybody. Welcome the folks on the radio end as well, and then we'll get into our lineups after that, as well as our Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. I know that. All right, welcome back, everybody, to KRX Radio Stadium here in Crookston. Pirates and Trojans about to get kicked off here in about 11 minutes or so for this homecoming night football game here at KRX Radio Stadium. Zach Thomas here, Chris Fee, Gabe Bishop are going to join in here in a few moments. And while we have some time, let's go ahead and get the night started with our Napa Crookston Welding and Machine starting lineup. Napa Crookston Welding and Machine, for all your automotive needs, stop by Napa Crookston Welding and Machine in Crookston. They have what you need. And make sure your battery will start the first time every time. Buy a Legend battery from Napa Crookston Welding and Machine. They handle all your Legend battery needs for your cars, trucks, recreational vehicles, snowmobiles, ATVs, that is. Now here's the Napa Crookston Welding and Machine starting lineups. During our interviews, the Pirates won the coin toss. They elected to receive the opening kickoff, so we'll start with the Pirate offense. Offensive line from left to right, it'll be Riley Helgeson, the senior, at left tackle. Braden Peterson will be at guard this evening. Peterson, the 6'1", 185-pound senior. At center will be the freshman Lucas Helgeson. At right guard will be Casey Weiland, the 5'5", 130-pound junior, converted over from running back halfway through the year. And Wyatt Marshall will be at right tackle. He's 5'10", 240 pounds as a senior. At quarterback, it'll be Tegan Lubensky, the 5'11", 190-pound senior. Pirates change of formations. The starting lineup will look like this. At tight end, it'll be 2 tight ends. Parker Kelly's going to be there, the 6'2", 180-pound senior, alongside Mason Reitmeyer, who's going to be playing at the other tight end spot. In the wings, it'll be Lucas Perella, and it'll be Rylan Labarski, the 5'11", 200-pound senior. And then Jose Arriaga will be in the fullback position. He'll be the main back behind the football. He is a 5'6", 160-pound junior. The defense for Barnesville, when the Pirate offense is on the field, will look like this. On the defensive line, it'll be Jack Macy at defensive end, the 6'3", 200-pound senior. At defensive tackle, Carson Smith, the big man, 6'7", 370-pound junior. The other defensive tackle is Cash Toole, the 5'9", 195-pound senior, and Brendan Torkelson, the 6'3", 190-pound senior. And the linebacking core will be Jack Martin, the 5'11", 170-pound junior, Nicholas Robideau, the 6 foot, 195-pound senior, and it'll be Alexander Dorton, the 6 foot, 175-pound senior. In the secondary, at corner, it'll be Adam Brandon, the 6 foot, 140-pound junior. The free safety will be Gannon Bogren, the 6'1", 180-pound senior. Major Ness will be the other safety at 6'1", 175 pounds and a junior. And Elias Cox will be at corner, the 5'10", 165-pound junior. On the Barnesville offense, from left to right on the offensive line, it'll be Cody Motu, the 6 foot, 225-pound junior. Owen Torkelson, the 6'4", 215-pound sophomore. Aiden Kent, the 6'2", 225-pound senior at center. Alexander Froning, the 6'2", 165-pound junior at right guard. And Leonard Hartog, the 6'1", 215-pound junior at right tackle. At quarterback, it'll be Gannon Bogren, the 6'1", 180-pound senior. At running back, it'll be Major Ness, will be the tailback, 6'1", 175-pound junior. He's going to be the lead back tonight. We'll see Jacob Strand, the 5'9", 140-pound freshman, and Nicholas Robideau, the 6 foot, 195-pound senior, also converted from offensive line. He's going to be playing in the backfield this evening. The split ends will be Braden Torkelson, the 6'3", 190-pound senior, and Jack Macy, the 6'3", 200-pound senior. Might also see some Isaiah Zajac in the game as well at that end spot. Pirate defense look like this. On the defensive line, it'll be Braden Peterson, the 6'1", 185-pound senior, Riley Helgeson, the 6'4", 290-pound senior, and the freshman Lucas Helgeson will be at the other defensive end spot. It's 5 linebackers for Crookston this evening. It'll be Zach Ali, the 6 foot, 175-pound junior, Jose Arriaga, the 5'6", 160-pound junior, Casey Weiland, the 5'5", 130-pound junior, Xavier Ramos, the sophomore, and Lucas Perella, the junior, will be at the other 2 linebacking spots. At cornerback, it'll be Mason Reitmeyer, the 6 foot, 155-pound junior, and Parker Kelly, the 6'2", 180-pound senior. The safety will be Raul Labarski, the 5'11", 200-pound senior. And once again, those are the Napa Crookston Welding and Machine starting lineups for this evening's game. Let's also go ahead and take a look at the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update for this evening. Draft Sports Bar and Grill has a great menu that includes salads, appetizers, entrees, sandwiches, wraps, tacos, pasta, burgers, and desserts. Takeout and catering are also available, and they have a room that's available for parties and special celebrations. Contact them at 281-1183. Open daily, Tuesday through Sunday at 11 o'clock. Lunch specials are served from 11 to 2 p.m., and lunch specials change weekly. They also have nightly specials. Looking at the scoreboard update right now, we have an update from the Section 8A Girls Tennis Team Tournament Championship. Pirates were able to win. They had a comeback from down 3-1 to defeat Staples Motley by a final score of 4-3. They will be playing in the state tournament on October 22nd and 23rd. We are still waiting on the results from the 8A, unless, Chris, do you have them?
Yeah, we can. The Pirates, they had wins from Amelia Horner at 4 singles, second singles from Ashlyn Bailey, and then at first doubles, Addie Fee and Georgia Sanders. And the first doubles win made it 3-3. And then it was down to the third doubles team of Emma LaPlante and also Chloe Bowl. Chloe Bowl was in swimming last year. They cut the swimming program, so she decided to go out for tennis. And then Emma LaPlante has been playing, she played volleyball last year. Then this year she played both volleyball and tennis. And then this past week she said, I'm just doing tennis. And it worked out pretty good for the Pirates, adding those two players, because they were able to get a 3-set victory, winning 6-3 in the second set. And the Pirates go into the state. Now they're playing individually, and we hope to have some updates a little later here this evening during this game. So we'll keep you up to date there. But again, the Pirates going back to state for the second straight year, and they should get a pretty good seed since the number 2 seed Perham, or the number 2 ranked Perham, they lost to Staples Motley. Crookston's ranked number 4 in the state, so they should get a top, I would say, 2 or 3 seed at the state tournament. October 22nd and 23rd will be the team tournament, with the individuals to follow the next day. So that's what we got there. So congratulations to the Crookston Pirates, and I don't know if they're going to have a homecoming court out at halftime this year, because 3 of the 5 homecoming queen candidates are playing at the state individual, or the section individual tennis tournament, which many are asking, how does this happen? But it happened, so that's the way it goes.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, but thank you for the update, Chris, and again, we'll be sure to keep you updated all the scores we get and the updates we have throughout the evening with the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. Let's see. It looks like the starting line is being announced on the fields right now, so we can go ahead and take another quick break. We'll get you right up to kickoff after this as the Riverview Health pregame show continues after this on KROX.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small-town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care.
The team at Riverview Health is getting stronger to serve you better. Riverview Health is pleased to welcome orthopedic surgeon Dr. Brennan Smith. Dr. Smith specializes in joint replacements and sports medicine. Dr. Smith is now seeing patients at Riverview Clinic in Crookston, East Grand Forks, and Thief River Falls. You know you'll be in good hands with Riverview Health when you need specialized care. For appointments, call 218-281-9595.
Ever wonder what your city government does for you? They provide police and fire protection, emergency and disaster preparation, building code and zoning enforcement, street repair, cleaning and snow plowing, curbside garbage and recycling collection, plus spring and fall cleanup weeks. They deliver safe drinking water and maintain a wastewater system. They care for 22 parks and provide year-round recreation activities. They give loans for economic development and housing. They do all this and much more with the help of your city employees.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Welcome to Andy Oman State Farm. We're located on 423 North Broadway, next to Holiday in Crookston, Minnesota. Third generation agent with State Farm. We've got a team here with over 75 years of experience. 6 of us fully licensed, here to serve you. We know insurance is about a promise, and we're here from the beginning to throughout the whole process to deliver on that promise.
Nobody likes to wait on hold, and neither do we. Give our office a call where a cheerful voice is ready to help you right away. Call 218-281-3643.
We are back here on KROX, just about a minute or two away from kickoff between Crookston and Barnesville this Friday evening, October the 11th. And now we welcome into the booth Gabe Bishop, our color analyst this evening. Gabe, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, how's it going? I'm ready to call some homecoming football. Let's do it.
Yeah, Gabe, of course, maybe the busiest man in Crookston these days between the beat and everything else going on.
I don't know about that.
Week,
We've been shut down for a little while, but we'll be back in action tonight. I will be on the beat program. That'll start right at midnight. So all you beet farmers out there, be ready for that. I'll be back in action.
Well, Gabe, let's talk about this game here tonight real quick while we have a moment. It's going to be, you'd imagine, a pretty big ground and pound type of night, right?
It's going to have to be. But Crookston, they're taking the aggressive edge. They won the toss. They elected to receive. When you're playing a team like Barnesville, you've definitely got to try and get out in front as early as you can. And so that's their intention. Get the ball first. Just try to make something happen. You don't really have anything to lose. Just go out there and give it your all.
Get out and score first. The key, of course, as both teams will make their way onto the field. Crookston's kickoff return unit, you'll see Mauricio Arriaga back there deep to return. I also see Lucas Perala back there, both standing at about the 10-yard line. The huddle of the Barnesville team is standing at the 40-yard line. The Trojans there have not emerged in their kickoff formation, but their kicker, we believe is going to be,
Kicking off.
looks like maybe number 20. That'll be Bryson Christofferson to kick off. Christofferson puts his arm in the air, runs to the football, and we are underway between Crookston and Barnesville as the ball is fielded by Arriaga as he drops it at about the 15, maybe the 13-yard line, and that's where the Pirates will start. As we're into play here, and we are down to just 10 seconds run off the clock here, and the Pirate offense will make their way to the field, led by quarterback Tegan Lubinsky. Last week, only threw the ball one time, completed it for 31 yards to Parker Kelly. He had 7 carries for 23 on the ground last week.
First and 10 Pirates at their own 13.
And the Pirates were able to score a few points as well. They were able to put up 20 points in the game as War Road last Friday night, but at times, the offense struggled. We'll see if they can get something going here against a really good Barnesville front, boasting a 370-pounder at the nose guard position. Pirates will start off with 2 wings, 1 back in the backfield, and 1 quarterback. Under center is Tegan Lubinsky. Man in motion is Lebarski. Raul Lebarski takes the carry on the first play here, and he will be swarmed by a host of Trojan tacklers at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be a big challenge to try and get through this Barnesville Trojan defensive line. So immediately coming out there, trying to put a little bit of motion, a little jet kind of handoff to try to get them a little bit off balance. And as long as you move the ball forward, you're just going to continue to apply little bits of pressure, little by little.
Official march is a gain of 1, so it'll be 2nd down and 9 to go here for the Pirate offense as they set up now between the hashes. Ball spotted around the 15-yard line. Same formation now. A wing either side and a back in the backfield as Lubinsky's going to keep it himself. He looked like he wanted to throw for a moment there, but he's going to be swarmed and dropped for a loss this time around the 10. I'm sure they spot him officially as he was falling forward on this one.
He's tackled for a
But he does lose yards on this play. So they put the ball down at the 12. That'll make it 3rd down and a little bit more.
Yeah, so he ends up losing 3 on that 2nd and 9, so we're looking at 3rd down and 12 here. We'll see what Crookston decides to do in their first 3rd down and long of the night.
Yep, the first 3rd and long of the evening, as you mentioned, and they will come out now in a spread formation. 2 receivers either side, 1 back in the backfield will be Lebarski, as Lubinsky will go down for a sack.
Tegan Lubinsky.
And Tegan Lubinsky had just nowhere to go on that one.
Yeah, it's just completely blitzed right through that line of scrimmage did the Trojans, and now we're going to see a different punter than what we have seen.
Yes, we have. So it's been Lubinsky as the punter all year. Tonight, not the case. Lubinsky's got a bit of an ankle thing going on. So back there, I believe that is Reitmeyer to punt. I think that's a 23. Or Parker Kelly, rather. It's 33
Heads up.
Punt, and that's blocked in the end zone, and it'll be fallen on by Barnesville for a touchdown. And with 9 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play, the blocked punt will score.
There were 3 guys that came off of that near side edge that almost seemed like they were completely untouched and got within a couple of yards before anybody came, before they got within a couple yards before Kelly even lifted his head up to see if they were going to get the punt off, and they were able to track down that block with relative ease and score first.
All right, so we are now going to see the Trojans go for 2. It'll be a handoff outside, and, well, a pretty easy strut into the end zone there for the lead back, Major Ness, who's going to add on 2 more for Barnesville to make the score 8-0. With 9:11 to go in the first quarter, it was a blocked punt to score them. Let's take a break. We're back after this on KROX.
9 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Okay, so Chris cannot hear us at all.
Oh, he just gave a thumbs up.
Oh, you got us now?
Who recovered that?
It was a swarm.
Yeah. Blake, I'm Pick up on the way now from Barnesville, and the return by Arriaga doesn't get a whole lot. He gets to about the 20 on the return. So Pirates will set up shop there. If you're just joining us, it was a blocked punt that led to a touchdown to start things off for Barnesville in the back of the end zone, and two-point conversion was made by the running back, Major Ness, to make it 8-0.
It really all started with a blunder on the kick return where the ball was dropped, and then grabbing it while on knees was the return man for the Pirates. That put them in a rough position against the #1 ranked team, and they just kept going backwards.
Chris Field on the sidelines even joining us as well from down the field is on first down. There will be a handoff on the motion to Zachariah Ali, who will get about a yard on the play. The second down and 9 on the way from the 21. 8:25 to go in the first quarter of play.
Stopped by Carson.
Just keep trying to chip away here at this Barnesville defensive line. Just move them around, inside, outside. Just try things and see if they work.
At their own 21.
So now 2nd and 9 upcoming. Pirates will huddle up. Pirates, of course, are going from the right to the left. When they're on offense, Barnesville will be moving from left to right when they have the ball. As there'll be the same formation here as they've been in all night on the second down. Man in motion is Raul Labarski. It'll be Lubinsky to keep it, and he is swarmed in the backfield. Two guys get home, and in there first was Nicholas Robideau. The converted lineman playing its linebacker and running back tonight busts through the line and gets him for a loss.
They're all over the line of scrimmage right now. Left, right, center, doesn't really matter. Barnesville's doing what they want right now, getting through every gap.
Be a loss of 5 on the play officially as the Pirates will huddle up back near the 5-yard line. The ball is placed down around the 15.
They'll need the 30 here for a first down.
Of course, long yardage, not the strong suit for Crookston, a team that's meant to really just run it, get 3 yards at a time. So we'll see if they can break up here on third down. Ali goes in motion. And this will be up the gut, but not for long. As again, the ball carrier was swallowed in the backfield. That was Labarski getting nowhere.
Rylan Labarski on the carry for the Pirates.
And what they handed it off to the. They tried to go up the middle, and there was big Carson Smith, all 6'7", 370 pounds of the junior, and he just shut off the Pirate blocker and said, "I'll grab this guy and throw him down for a."
When you have a lot of smaller guys on the offensive line, as Kelly will now punt and the flag is away. That one nearly blocked. It's end over end and very short. And this one will take a Pirate bounce out to about the 30. May as well have gone forward on that one based on where the ball went. So it'll be great field position to start for Barnesville.
There is a flag on the play on the near sideline that was thrown at the time of the snap. And I think it's going to be against Crookston. Illegal motion, and Barnesville obviously is going to decline that and take the ball at the 31.
Yeah, they'll live that field position. Good field position to start here for the Trojans offense. That is already very dynamic as it is. They've run one play on 2-1 conversion, and they got it. So now we'll get our first real look at the Barnesville Trojan offense. Led out there by the quarterback, Gannon Bowgreen. He's ran for 7 touchdowns this year from the quarterback position. These guys are not ashamed. They will run it down teams' throats. And on first down, it is a 3-back set. Bowgreen under center. The backs in the backfield are Ness, Strand, and Robideau. This will be a handoff. Nope, it's a play-action fake. He's got time to throw as Bowgreen looks out to the far side, finds a man wide open.
Did he
and
catch
is
that?
Caught. Or actually, the coverage was good, but still a touchdown hauled in by Major Ness on the wheel route on the far side.
Wow.
So a one-play, 31-yard drive with 6:13 to go here in the first quarter of play. And Major Ness has his second receiving touchdown on the year.
Barnesville's obviously watched game film. It's if I was a coach, the first thing I would do is throw 2 because the Pirates have not been able to stop the pass all season long. That time, Mason Reitmeyer actually was stride for stride. He didn't know the ball was coming. It went right over his head, and then Ness was able to bobble it, and it looked like he wasn't going to catch it, but still was able to haul it down as he fell backwards.
So Barnesville will go for 2. It's the same formation, 3 backs in the backfield. Bowgreen, the quarterback. Bowgreen will hand this one off, and the 2-point try is good on the run by Nicholas Robideau right up the middle. So with 6:13 to go in the first quarter, it's already going to be 16-0 in favor of Barnesville over Crookston. We're back after this on KROX.
This is my farm.
Don't come out here and tell me what I need. I need solutions that work and market options that are worth my time.
Small town support that sees the bigger picture.
A global network that empowers us. A co-op that's there for us every day.
One-handed catch extends the Barnesville lead to 16-0, as it was Major Ness on the strike from the quarterback Gannon Bogreen to extend the lead on the previous play. Zach Thomas, Gabe Bishop, Chris Fee here at KRX Radio Stadium here as the Pirates are already in an early hole, just 6:13 to go in the first quarter. So we're about halfway through the first quarter of play and already down 2 scores, and you got to think something's got to start going right for them here if they want to get back into this game.
And honestly, you can't really fault Reitmeyer for that coverage. He was all over Ness, did a really good job, as Chris said, down the sideline, running for him stride for stride. But what's the quote there? Big time players make big time plays. That was a very, very just acrobatic catch.
Christofferson kicks it away. It's an end-over-end kick. It is fielded at the 21-yard line by Perala. Trying to cut up field now as he is wrestled down the 25-yard line, and maybe wrestled's an overstatement. He was just dropped. These Barnesville tacklers are very good. They're super technical in the way they play defense. Always wrap up, always put them on the ground.
So little by little now, let's see what Crookston is able to do. They've had a couple plays where they've been able to move at least a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage before, ended up having plays that brought them way back. So just try and structure something and find some sort of rhythm.
All right, so in the backfield now, it will be Lucas Perala. It'll be Ali at the wing spot alongside Lebinski. Lebinski is under center. They're on the far hash. High snap. Lebinski will pass this time. It's a throwaway. There's nobody there to get it. The nearest person to it was a safety Gannon Bogreen on the far side. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10, and the clock stops at 6:04 to go in the first.
I was curious if they were going to do something about grounding, but it looks like they won't on that play.
The nearest Pirate in the area would have been Rylan Lebarski, as he was lined up on that side of the field, but just not a whole lot of room for Lebinski to throw it there. We should mention, too, the Pirates are without a couple of key players tonight. Tate Hamry, maybe the biggest of them all. He is out with concussion this evening. He's not going to be back until Monday at the earliest for this Pirate team. So he's the man that led the team in rushes and rushing yards over the last couple of weeks, out again tonight. On 2nd down, it's a single back set. Lebinski in the gun. He fakes the handoff, and he will be sacked.
That one seemed like it was a bit of a bust. It was just bobbled in there.
It looked like he wanted to hand it off to Ali, and Ali wasn't looking back or over to him. So that was definitely there's some miscommunication, whether it was quarterback or running back, but it was not a smoothly run play.
Regardless, they lose 3 yards. The ball will move back to the 21, and it'll be the 22 rather. It'll be 3rd down and 13 on the way for Crookston. And this has been sort of the issue for them really all season, but seeing it a lot tonight. Already in negative territory. They've made more negative plays than positive ones at this point, and now they have to try to throw it here on 3rd down as they spread things out. 2 receivers out to either side. The one back in the backfield is Perala, or Lebarski, pardon me. Lebarski will make the catch here, and he will get across the 20, but he will not go much further than that. He's caught it in the backfield, and he makes it out to about the 24. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play. It'll bring up 4th and 11, and likely another punt here from the Pirates.
Cash Tool in on the tackle, along with Major Ness, and again, great gang tackling for Barnesville.
And they just come in and swarm, and they don't have just one person on the ball. They'll always have upwards 3 to 4 guys on the ball whenever they can.
Fundamentals are just incredibly sound. You can't deny that. As now the punt is going to be on the way. This one is another high kick. A bit further, though, as it'll bounce down at about the 45-yard line near midfield as Ness will run away from it, as will the others nearby. The Pirates touch it down right at the Pirate logo at midfield, and Barnesville will take over after another 3 and out. 4:34 to go here in the first quarter. Trojans lead 16-0 in this one so far, and this has been what they've wanted to do. It's been 3 and outs, a block punt for a touchdown, a one-play drive for a touchdown. We'll see. Does Barnesville want to sustain a drive here, or is this going to be more of a, let's score quick and make it easy on us?
Well, they threw on that first play, which, as Chris said, they were studying film, but I'm not sure how many people were expecting Barnesville to throw so early. At this part of the field, we'll see if they go back to the ground game.
With only 25 passes attempted all year by Barnesville, they're averaging about 3 to 4 a game. It'll be the same formation now. 3 backs in the backfield are Ness, Strand, and Robideau.
It's power full house look here.
Gannon Bogreen under center. 1 receiver split out wide is Torkelson. Ness goes in motion from the far side to the near side. This will be another pass. He's chased immediately by Helgeson. Has space, has a man deep. This one is caught. A nice grab made. It's Isaiah Zajac. A long touchdown catch of 50 yards on the sideline. He beats Kelly.
That was another one-handed catch because Kelly was once again with him stride for stride. There wasn't a whole lot of separation, but he just went up with the right hand and pinned it against his shoulder pad and brought it in for 50 yards.
Yeah, that was...
Up we had Chris.
You hear in the NFL always point it where it has to be that speaker system. But you hear about the NFL, how we have to throw it where the only person that can get it is the receiver. That was a perfect throw on the run, a great one-handed catch, and that is a highlight film material catch there.
Same formation, 3 backs in the backfield. This one again, a handoff to the converted lineman, Nicholas Robideau, and he plows in for 2 untouched. Extends the lead now to 24-0. No kicks in sight here for Barnesville as they take an early lead here with 4:25 to go in the first quarter. We're back after this on KROX.
With the fall season right around the corner, Grove Mechanical in Crookston is ready to prepare you for winter. They suggest having your heating system serviced regularly to keep things running smoothly. A skilled technician will clean and service your heating equipment to ensure safe and efficient operation. It's never too early to get ready for the upcoming winter season. Before the cold sets in, call Grove Mechanical today, your hometown heating and cooling professionals. Give them a call, 218-281-3863, or visit their website, grovemech.com.
And we're back at Carrick's Radio Stadium. It was a 50-yard touchdown pass to Isaiah Zajac, the 6'4", 170-pound senior tight end receiver, whatever you want to call him. He only had 4 catches on the season. That there, his first touchdown, and it will almost double his receiving yardage total for the year as he puts up another 6 on the board for the Trojans. They lead Crookston 24-0 here, 4:25 to go, as Christofferson will kick it away for Barnesville. It'll be fielded short and quickly wrapped up, and stopping the play that time was one of the linebackers, Alexander Dorton. He will tackle down the returner, Ian DeLeon, before he gets anywhere. But the best field position of the Pirates for the night, they'll get it out to about the 28-yard line.
A little farther than that, they're marked at the 30.
All right, so again, good starting field position here for the Pirates. Chain gang just getting set up, taking a second there. So with 4:20 to go, it's been 2 offensive drives for Barnesville and 2 touchdowns scored on the offense, 1 by the special teams in this game. It's been a very one-sided game so far. Pirates just have to sustain something and get something positive if they can. It'll be 1 back in the backfield, Ali. And Ali will take the handoff here, but he will be met in the backfield. To make the stop there was number 70. It was that 77.
It was the big guy.
Carson Smith, 370 pounds of him, busts through the line of scrimmage and makes a stop. No gain on the play for Ali.
And there is an injured Barnesville player on the play that's holding his left leg right now as Luke Biermeyer comes out, and Coach Strand as well.
All right, so see, while they tend to him, let's go on ahead and take another quick break. We're back after this. Barnesville leads Crookston 24-0 on KROX.
At Crookston High School, we really have a lot going on.
There isn't that much going on.
Oh yeah? We have
softball,
baseball,
track and field, soccer, swimming, tennis,
golf,
volleyball,
crap shooting, hockey,
basketball,
wrestling. So we have a lot of sports.
And there is
orchestra,
band,
choir,
visual arts,
speech,
theater,
Leo Club.
And Crookston is one of the highest academic schools in the region.
Really?
Yeah, really, especially in math and science.
I guess we do have a lot going on.
Yeah, and that's why Crookston High School is
my education destination.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Carrick's Radio Stadium, as there is an injured Barnesville Trojan being carried off the field by one of his teammates. But, of course, you don't want anybody get hurt, especially in a game like this where it has been all Barnesville, and certainly hope that he's going to be okay after this one. But we will resume play here with 3:58 to go in the first quarter. Barnesville holding a 24-0 lead. Pirates on offense, and it's 2nd down and 13. after the loss on the play. Zach Lee got to the line of scrimmage and really no further as it was pushed backwards by Carson Smith, among others, who made the stop. And Smith actually is not even in the game. In there at defensive line in his place is Martin Dukek, the 6'3", 280-pound sophomore in the nose spot. Lebarski in motion, Lubinsky to pass. Under pressure, trying to create some space, throws this one deep, has a man for a moment, but instead finds a wide-open defender. It's picked off by Ness. Major Ness down the far sideline, has space, has blocks. Ness gets another block, and Ness tiptoes, and he is knocked out of bounds finally by Lubinsky inside the 10. So now 3:27 to go in the first quarter, and the Pirate drives have been blocked punt, 3 and out, interception. Not the start they wanted to have here this evening.
Yeah, Barnesville, they've come out. They've looked, well, they're looking like the team that we expected them to be. As you said, this is your guys' first time watching Barnesville, and for us Pirate fans, unfortunately, it's just, yes, it's Barnesville. They're here. They look like Barnesville. They're doing everything right, and as you said, they're so well coached. They're so well, everything is textbook the way they do things, and that's why they're so darn good.
It's a well-oiled machine, as again, it's the same 3 backs in the backfield behind the quarterback. And this will be a handoff once again, and a touchdown run. Another one-play drive. Nicholas Robideau takes it in from 8 yards out on the left side. And he is barely touched.
Yeah, I don't even know if he was touched on that one. It seemed like he just walked right in, like he's just walking down the sidewalk there, and it was pretty easy for him.
It's almost like just a nice casual Sunday stroll to the park, but instead, it's a Friday night between offensive linemen and extends the lead now to 30-0 with 3:22 to go in the first quarter. Same formation here. Bogren under center. The backs in the backfield are Ness, Strand, and Robideau. This will be a QB keeper. He's keeping it on his tail and walks into the end zone as Gannon Bogren. A nice fake there as he faked the handoff, put the ball on his hip pad so nobody could see it, and just walked in across the goal line. Nobody even thought to go tackle him. A well-designed play.
Just completely fooled everybody there, and everybody was crashing inside, and he just leaked out, keeping it away from everybody, and scored with ease.
Yeah, having to do play-by-play for Barnesville when they're handing the ball off, and it's, you know, does the quarterback have it? Does one of the 3 running backs have it? They do such a good job with their fakes, and of course it doesn't hurt when your offensive line is doing a tremendous job blocking as well.
Certainly helps when the line is making it easy for them. So here we have another kickoff on the way as it's a 32-0 game after a 2-point drive. Barnesville will come back out to kick it away. The kicker will be once again Bryson Christofferson.
He's going to have to ice down his ankle and leg after this game.
It's so many kickoffs. Has a lot of practice. It's kind of what you get with Barnesville. Your kickoff specialist must be pretty good because he gets to do it all the time.
And he's even the starting kicker. The guy who has the most kicks according to the team stats is Colin Morey. He's been the place kicker for the entire year, but I guess in a night like this one, playoffs upcoming, you want to make sure all your guys are healthy, and I take it Morey is no exception on the kicking game. This will be an end-over-end kick that drops down to about the 22, but it is not picked up cleanly as it is finally fielded and swarmed in the around the 25-yard line was the returner Arriaga. Pardon me, that was not Arriaga. He was in there, but the man to catch it was Landon Meyer.
Yes, it was Meyer. And I think Meyer might have been looking up a little bit before he caught it, just seeing where the white uniforms were running at him from. And I think it wasn't a case of alligator arms, but just looking up before he made the catch just to see where, before he was going to get hit. Or maybe where he was going to run as well.
Yeah, you'll see that along these short kickoffs where you're not fully sure, especially with how high the kickoff is, where these gunners are coming down and how close they are. So, but they got the ball on their own 25 once again.
3:17 to go in the first quarter, and we have a man offsides. The lineman, Riley Helgeson, flinches.
And first accepted penalty. That's only the second flag we've seen here in this first quarter. The first one was that illegal motion on that first non-blocked punt. And now we have that to back him up to the 20.
So bring up now 1st and 15 from the 15-yard line.
I'm going to point out the obvious, but you just can't do that against Barnesville.
Yeah.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Beat me to it. Ball actually on the 20. It'll be a first down and 15. So the Pirates will be huddled up on the 10-yard line in a 32-0 hole in the first quarter. Still a lot of time left. You'd rather be down this big early than late in the game. But against Barnesville, this lead may become insurmountable before you know it. Everybody in tight to the line of scrimmage here. This will be a handoff, looks like up the gut, or at least an attempt to go up the gut that time.
And we have some late flags that were just thrown in
That'll
towards
be
the skirmish.
a penalty on one of the Pirate linemen for blocking well after the play was over, as we've seen too often this year. It seems like it's once again that the Pirates get called for a late blocking penalty.
And so this one here will go against Crookston, as you mentioned, Chris, and they will back him up.
And so that was an after the play penalty, so the down is probably still going to count as they'll back it up even farther here. I think that's probably half the distance to the goal, I'd wager. So it'll be 2nd down and 25.
If they're going to set the ball down on the 10-yard line. So, yeah, 2nd and a mile right now as the Pirates will now be huddled up in the end zone.
I'm not going to say it.
I think one time's good enough.
So now with 2:49 to go, Pirate offense trying to find something that works on offense. They will spread everybody out wide. The receivers on the near side are Ali and Reitmeyer. On the far side, I see Kelly, and I believe I also see Lubinsky and Lebarski together in the backfield. Under pressure is Lubinsky, and he will dive forward out of the end zone to avoid the safety, but the pressure closed on him quick. It'll be 3rd down and very long.
I was looking through a camera lens when on that tackle, but that looked like they might have missed a face mask penalty.
It was up near the chin area, right around the collar, right below the mask. It was pretty close, but that was a good job still, though, by Lubinsky to exert that extra effort, avoid the safety, and get them out of danger zone for now. But now you're looking at 3rd down and 33.
I was just going to say you're still nowhere near a first, even with that penalty.
Yeah, so now you just got to try and avoid the safety and allow yourself to punt the ball back.
Remember, too, there was a blocked punt from this same part of the field earlier in the game, so that resulted in a Barnesville touchdown on the opening possession. So now with 1:42 to go in the first quarter, Crookston down 32-0.
And it looks like Crookston just called a timeout.
Yep, Pirate timeout. Let's take one with them. Crookston trails 32-0 against Barnesville. We're back after this on KROX.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
What has been a one-sided affair, to put it lightly, so far. Barnesville leads Crookston 32-0, about a minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. Zach Thomas, Gabe Bishop, Chris Fee down on the sidelines, and well, it's homecoming night in Crookston, and maybe not as happy of a homecoming as they would have wanted, but Barnesville, as we know, a very good team, and they look like a well-oiled machine in this one so far.
They've been very crisp and clean. They have run 3 offensive plays. 30-yard touchdown, 50-yard touchdown, 8-yard touchdown. They've converted 100% of their plays into scores.
We are happy to report the Barnesville player that was injured and had to be helped off. It was just a cramp, so good news there.
Wonderful.
Very good news.
Take that any chance we can.
Of course, then the conversation is how well do you hydrate before a game? On
Don't
3rd
get
down,
me started on that.
We'll split out wide. 3rd down and 33. Lubinsky on the heels of the back of the goal line. Under pressure, evades it. Now just got to throw this one away. The closest man to it was Parker Kelly coming back to the ball. So a bit of a scramble drill there, but incomplete. No harm, no foul here, but still a punt going to be on the way as Lubinsky will trot to the sideline, and it'll be Parker Kelly to try to send it away once more.
Yeah, Teagan was limping off a little bit there. As you said, he has the bum ankle. That's why he's not punting. But, boy, he looks like he's ready for the dance floor for the dance after. He had no room in the back of the end zone and was able to get out of that somehow. I'm still not sure how he got that and was able to get the throw off.
I thought he was going to go out of the back of the end zone, the route it was going, but he stepped forward through 2 Trojans and got rid of a ball that was in the vicinity of somebody. That's very, very good effort. That's 2 plays in a row he's avoided that safety.
So now on 4th down and 33, Kelly steps up to the heels. His heels are on the back line of the end zone.
Those officials are looking right at him.
He's had a punt blocked in this one. This is a low snap. This one
blocked.
A finger's on it, but it gets out of the end zone and bounced out of bounds at the 15-yard line. So another great starting field position here for Barnesville. As it'll be
diving through there was Cash Toole, the 5'9", 195-pound senior. He did a great job of diving through without even coming close to the kicker. So he did that perfectly, and again, perfect execution for Barnesville as he got a piece of it.
It takes a certain amount of craft to try and block a punt without running into the kicker. That is so much harder than it seems, because all the time you see the kickers get hit for roughing or running into the kicker. Doing it like that's very difficult.
So now with 1:21 to go, it'll be the same formation for Barnesville as been all night. Left to right in the backfield will be Ness, Strand, and Robideau. This one here will be a keeper for the quarterback, Bowgreen. He rolls to his left, looking for some space. Bowgreen's just going to tuck it and run. And Bowgreen will spin around a defender, has some room to work still, trying to make some more things happen. Jukes another two. Somebody else falls over, and he will finally go down. And this is the first Barnesville offensive play of the night to not score a touchdown, as Bowgreen gets about 5 on the run, and the clock ticks under a minute to go in the first quarter.
Say that again?
That is the first Barnesville play of the night that has not scored a touchdown on offense.
I've done some UMC games like that.
And if you want to talk about dance moves, Bowgren definitely showed those. I thought he was going to come all the way back to the near side of the field, but he ended up staying into the middle, which probably cost him there because the Crookston defense was in the middle there waiting for him.
And we asked Coach Bryanstrom before the game if, this being a homecoming game for them, which they don't see a lot. I'll finish after the play here. As in second down, it'll be a handoff to Major Ness. Has blocks in front. Ness cutting through defenders, gets down inside the 1.
They said his knee was down around the 2, so that's why they're marking there.
They'll mark it back at the 2. Braden Peterson, a good job of tracking him down from behind and bringing him down with the 2-arm tackle.
It's a gain of 8 then. And with that, the clock will tick all the way down to the 0. And that'll win the first quarter. Barnesville leads 32-0, knocking on the doorstep of the goal line once again to start the second. We are back after this on KROX.
Crookston Valley Cooperative in Crookston is your full-service local agronomy dealer, delivering the products and services that you've come to expect. Crookston Valley Cooperative specializes in seed, chemical, and fertilizers that you need to keep your farm operation growing. For expert advice you can rely on, give Sean, Mike, or Matt a call at 281-1178 today or stop by at Crookston Valley Cooperative, located at 1122 Fairfax Avenue in Crookston. Crookston Valley Co-op, here to keep you growing.
This is Lindsay Erdman, Executive Director at Benedictine Living Community of Crookston. It is our privilege to serve the Crookston community and the surrounding area by offering a continuum of care ranging from assisted living, skilled nursing care, memory care, short-term stay and rehab, and outpatient therapy, including physical, occupational, and speech therapy. We also offer many employment opportunities with great benefits, on-site daycare, and a scholarship program. Contact us today at 218-281-3424 or benedictinecrookston.org.
They have scored on all but 2 offensive plays in this one. They've also had a block punt for a touchdown. And everything that has gone right that can go right, has gone right rather for Barnesville. Crookston's been the opposite, so Murphy's Law almost.
Yeah, it's the offensive line, and that's been the real issue for Crookston throughout the course of the year, being unable to set the line of scrimmage. And Barnesville, as everybody knows, they take things to a whole nother level. And what Barnesville is able to do around the line of scrimmage is only few other teams in the state of Minnesota have been able to do. And so this is a dominating force that they're showcasing right now.
Dominant is an understatement. I was going to say, we were mentioning the dance moves of Gannon Bowgreen, and we talked to the head coach of Barnesville, Brian Strand, before the game and asked him if there's any extra fuel to the fire this week because it is homecoming, and they're usually not people's homecomings, and for good reason. He said, nope, business as usual, and it's really shown here on the field tonight. They're going as it is a normal night. So on first and goal, same formation, Bowgreen under center, Ness, Strand, and Robideau in the backfield. Handoff goes to the outside, and a touchdown scored by Nicholas Robideau once again. A 2-yard carry on the zone run. And that'll extend the lead to 38-0 with 11:55 to go in the first half.
Yeah, that time just another one of those jet motion runs. Crookston tried those out a couple times. Didn't really get very far, but when you run those 3 wide backs, you really have no idea who's going to get the ball. And that time it was Robideau coming from right to left across the entire Crookston line of scrimmage. There wasn't a whole lot they could do about that.
So it'll be the same formation here for the 2-point try. There's a snap. It's a pass. Man wide open in the back of the end zone, and that ball will be caught in the back. The 2-point try made by Landon Dahl, the 5'10", 140-pound sophomore caught it. And just 5 seconds in this quarter, we're looking at 40-0 in favor of Barnesville over Crookston.
And with that 2-point conversion, that is an extra touchdown. With all the 2-point conversions they've had so far here in the game.
Yeah. Wow.
So going for 2, and they are what now? I don't even.
Yeah, it's 5. They're 5 for 5. So 5 for 5 in touchdowns, 5 for 5 2-point conversions.
Well, it's Barnesville, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm from Ohio. We have some really good teams, but I've never in my just in the flesh either commentated on or actually witnessed a high-profile team like Barnesville, just in person and seeing them how they operate. It's pretty staggering.
No, I've seen a few in my day, and it is fun to watch when you get an offense that's going like this.
And that's one thing if you're just a fan of football, watching a team like Barnesville, even though they are beating up on our Pirates. It is fun to watch, and they're a classy team. They're sportsmanlike. And give Coach Strand all the credit for that. He runs a well-oiled machine, and they do things the right way as well.
Sarverson's kick goes to the 15, fielded by Kelly out across the 30, and he gets down to about the 34 before he's tackled.
Usually when you have teams that are as successful as Barnesville has, I think it's 13 straight section championships, and usually people start hating on them. But Barnesville, you don't hear that. Another team, Monoman Waban, obviously you'd like to see them lose once, just to have somebody else in there. But you never hear, because Coach Clark and Monoman Waban, they're just like Barnesville. They do things the right way. They play hard. They do a lot of work in the offseason, and that's what makes them so good. And success breeds success in football, especially.
11:51 to go in the half, and the entire line jumps off sides.
Is that everybody but the center?
I believe so. And they'll back him up 5, so it'll now be 1st and 15 to go. The ball is going to be on the near hash line, and it'll be set down at the 29 after the ball was originally going to be at the 34.
Yeah, you don't really like penalties, but it's a little bit comical, the everybody but the center call. Everybody knows the snap call except the guy who's snapping the football, and I don't really want that.
The one guy who needs to know arguably the most is the center, because he's the one that starts the play, and he didn't snap it.
That's where the center says, why is everybody leaving so early?
Yeah, it's like something here isn't right. 1st and 15 from the 29. Pirates moving from left to right. One back in the backfield, a wing to either side. Lubinski under center. Lebarski in motion. Handoff up the gut. And quickly tackled down in the backfield was Jose Arriaga. Or pardon me, that was Perella.
Yeah, loss of 2 on that one.
Yeah, that was Zajac in on the tackle. The 6'4", 170-pound defensive end got right through, and that's Barnesville. They're so quick. They're so strong. It's
2nd down and 16.
Nope, they're almost getting the handoff.
It's pretty crazy. You'll see that sometimes with teams like this. They might try and jump the handoff at this rate with how quick they're getting off the line and getting through the Pirate line.
2nd and 16 from the 28. 4 receivers in the formation. Pump fake from Lubinski. Under pressure, evades it, gets out of a sack. He's going to throw this one, finds a wide open man down the sideline. That is caught by Lucas Perella for a 1st down near midfield.
That was a great play by Perella. He saw Lubinski get out of the pocket and just turned upfield. His route stopped at about the 40-yard line, but he turned upfield and fooled the Barnesville defender because he didn't follow him, and he was open down the sideline like a wheel route. That was a great play.
Making the adjustment was Perella, and he's a tremendous athlete, good speed, and then Lubinski with that bum wheel is still able to roll out to the outside and create some time to get that throw off, and the Pirates get by far their best play of the game.
Gain of 20 on the play there, and a 1st down for Crookston. 10:34 to go in the half. They trail 40-0 to Barnesville. Pirates come out in the same formation, 2 receivers either side, ball on the near hash. It'll be Lebarski at tailback, Lubinski, the quarterback, next to him. There's the snap. It'll be another pass. Lubinski rolls out, drifts backwards, throws one off his back foot. This one is out of bounds, incomplete. There's a man close to it for Barnesville, Adam Brandon, but of course, well out of bounds before he got a hand on it. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 48.
Pirates
Honestly, that's one of the first down plays that Crookston hasn't gone backwards, whether it be by penalty or a rush that just got stuffed in the back of the line of scrimmage. So I like the aggressiveness. I like trying to go out and throw. Obviously, if you have a pass that works, it shows that it can work. So you might as well just keep trying and find another one that could work.
Of course, the run not working for him either, so why not try it?
Once again, you're kind of in a nothing to lose bit of mindset here, especially down 40 in the second quarter.
Second down and 10, ball on the 48, same formation. 2 receivers to either side. 1 back in the backfield. Next to Lubinsky is Labarski. He's on his right hip. Barnesville showing pressure. Man gets through the line of scrimmage. Lubinsky evades him. Going to the far side. Lubinsky has space down the far sideline. Lubinsky will slide down smartly for the first down. He gets out to the Barnesville 35.
Yeah, I think that ankle might look all right.
Well, there was a flag dropped at the end there, and I think they are going to call contact on the slide. But we'll double check there.
See if they might have gotten him in the head maybe on that slide.
Yeah. And that's a tough situation. That was not any malice on that play by, I think that was Ness that was coming up. He was going to make the tackle, not expecting Lubinsky to slide. He did slide. Oh, they're going to call an illegal block to the back. Never mind.
Oh, no.
The Aids gain is 17.
Wow. Yeah, I was not expecting that.
That was a weird spot for that flag to be dropped.
Must have been at the very end of the play because we have an unorthodox first down and 3.
Yep, so they're going to drop the ball down at the 45. So still in Barnesville territory here, now on the far hash.
So that was a gain of...
That was a 7-yard gain on the penalty.
So they lose 10 yards at the end of the day. So now the clock ticks down to 9:49 to go in the first half. First down and 10 officially from the 45 as the chain gang resets, as do the Pirates. Ball on the far hash, 2 receivers either side. Lubinsky now lined up to the right of, or Labarski rather, to the left of Lubinsky. Linemen get in their stances. And the snap is taken. Lubinsky now rolls to the near side, under pressure. Wait for someone to go, has to dump this one away, and that is incomplete as Kelly tried to come back for it. But just not enough room for him as he gets out on the hitch route to the 40. Well covered that time by, believe it or not, one of the linebackers. Jack Martin was the closest to it.
28's Robideau, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, he was right there stride for stride with Kelly, and right idea there by Lubinsky. He was looking and again trying to make that throw where either Kelly was going to catch it or nobody was, and it was just a little too far out in front for Parker as he was diving for it along the sideline.
And Robideau, mind you, again, was an offensive lineman. He's played guard for the most part this year, played some tight end in previous seasons. He's a guy that's been able to plug and play about anywhere, but now they're just letting him try some other stuff out. Let him keep his linebacker spot, but play in the backfield on offense just because they can.
You could probably do that with every single player, maybe except for the big guy, Carson Smith.
On first or second down, rather, it's a handoff to Labarski, and he goes the wrong way. A loss of, it looks like 10 here as he gets the other 45.
Yeah, the forward progress at their own 48, so the market has a loss of 7. It might have been a loss of 5, but he kept fighting and then got pushed even farther back, and that eliminates your first step of forward progress. So if he just went down at first contact, he would have lost less than what he actually lost.
And Barnesville's defense gets there. I mean, at this point, it's hard to even get a number when there's 4 guys to hit him.
It's really just a mass of Barnesville defenders.
Going to steal a line from PA announcer Corky Reynolds, a plethora of Barnesville
There
Trojans.
we go. It's one of my favorite words.
Plethora is the word of the day, friends.
That's a better word. I'll take that. That's a good word of the
Good
day.
word.
I like that one.
So it brings up a third down and 17, 8:30 to go here in this first half of play. Barnesville leads 40-0 over Crookston. Pirates have had the ball. They've had some strides in offense, just the last couple of plays have gone backwards.
And timeout here called by the Pirates.
And that'll be their second timeout. We'll take one with them. We're back in 30 seconds as the Pirates trail Barnesville 40-0 on KROX.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small-town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com. 'em, and share in our sweet success.
are back here at KROX Radio Stadium. Pirates just burned their second time out of the first half, so they'll have one remaining for the rest of the way. It's about 8.5 to go here in the first half of play, and Barnesville has a pretty convincing 40-0 lead. Zach Thomas here alongside Dave Bishop and Chris Field. So we've got Blake Fee in the booth on camera with us. Thank you to Blake for being here this evening. Of course, getting our YouTube stream going. If you're listening, check out our video as well. See what's happening rather than just hearing it. It's a lot better we can see what's going on, I would think. With that being said, the clock will... Well, they've started running the clock. I don't think that was intentional. It was supposed to be at 8:23, but it ticked down to 8:18. So,
shh, don't say anything.
Did anybody notice?
I don't think so. We saw it up here, but of course we have the Hawkeye on.
Home field advantage.
I don't know how to feel when home field advantage allows you to have 5 seconds less than what you would have had originally, but
in a game like this, maybe that's not the worst thing.
In this game,
ever.
It is.
Yeah.
3rd and 17, Pirates spread it out once again. Olbinski and Lebarski in the backfield. Olbinski rolls to his right, throws it high and complete. He's looking again for Parker Kelly. Ness in coverage and overshoots them both by 5 yards out of bounds.
I don't know what I'm more impressed about, that or the fact that Chris didn't try and go and catch that. That was right to you.
That's my navy blue shirt on. I think he was looking for me. I was open, but no. Again, just how many times have we said Teagan has been running for his life? He's been doing that quite a bit again here tonight, and I think he just wisely just tossed that one away because there was nothing.
You can see Lubinski's got that heavy tape on his right ankle, so playing through some stuff tonight. As another punt is on the way, it'll be Parker Kelly back there going to punt it. To return will be Ness. As Kelly will fake the punt, he's going to throw it deep. And Kelly completes it, but not enough for the first down. Pass was short. The man who caught it, I believe that was
Mason
Reitmeyer.
Yep.
So a nice gain there. A gain of 15 on 4th down is typically something you'd be happy about, unless it's 4th and 17 like it was right there. So this will be a 1st down and 10 for Barnesville. They'll get it at the 38-yard line.
Hey, why not try a fake when you're down by this much? You don't have anything to lose. Sound like a broken record saying that, but to be fair, it worked. But you needed 17, and you only got 14. But that was their second longest play of the day, besides the 20-yard pass, and it was on a fake punt.
8:06 to go in the first half. 3 backs in the backfield for Barnesville. The quarterback, once again, Aiden Bullgreen. Taking their time now. The snap is off. And a pass once again.
And he's
Bullgreen
wide
looks
open.
deep.
There's
Ness is
nobody
open.
there.
No one's in the same zip code, and Ness will just jog this one into the end zone. Another Barnesville touchdown as they extend the lead to 46-0.
They had Ness on the middle back, and they just switched them around, so he started going right and just curled left, and there was nobody there. It kind of just, that little just disguise that they do in the backfield is so deadly because it's so difficult to track these backs. And that time it was Ness who was left wide open.
62-yard catch and run from Major Ness to score that time. With 7:54 to go in the first half, the Trojans lining up to go for 2 once again when they break this huddle. Ness, Strand, Robideau will be in the backfield. Bullgreen will be under center. They have a man out wide as well, I believe. The man out there is Jack Macy, number 84. A pass once again, under pressure now. Bullgreen, he's got 5 guys chasing him. Bullgreen now to the far side, throws it looking for a man, and that one is caught.
Well, we got a flag that just came in from the near side 10-yard line.
Torkelson has it for the moment, but we'll see what the penalty is.
Do we have an eligible receiver downfield, maybe?
Yeah, with those long strung out plays, that can be a pretty common occurrence, especially if the line just assumes that the quarterback will take off and run.
No, I think it's going to be against Crookston, personal foul.
No, it's an unsportsmanlike conduct foul.
Second one on the same Pirate.
Wow.
Fortunately, I didn't mention any names on that one, but we do know that Barnesville has extended the lead after the long catch and run by Major Ness, and then the 2-point try to Brendan Torkelson.
Well, it's time for some good news here. We're going to do a Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. Of course, Pirate Girls Tennis, they are the back-to-back Section 8A champions with a 4-3 win over Staples Motley earlier today. Now the individual tournament is underway in the second round after the play-in matches. Crookston's Georgia Sanders and Ashlyn Bailey, they're playing in doubles, and they beat Natalie Hansen and Kaylee Perius of Staples Motley by a score of 6-4, 6-1. So Georgia and Ashlyn advance to round 3 of the individual doubles tournament, and Addie Fee and Kaylee Clausen, the number 2 seed, they beat Rachel Ulvin and Kate Dravis of Park Rapids 6-2, 7-5. And they advance on to the 3rd round of the individual tournament, which will be played yet here tonight. And then on the singles, let's just give you an update there while we're on it. And we can tell you that Ava Martin, she played, she had a tough draw in the first round. She played Braylee Winan, who is one of the top 4 players in the section, and one of the, I would say, if you're betting on 4 people to go to state, she would be one I would put my money on. But Winan beat Martin 6-1, 6-2. And the other Pirate that was competing today, Paige Abrahamson, she beat Bailey Strunk of Roseau 6-3, 6-1.
All right. Thank you very much for the update. And
so after this unsportsmanlike foul, you can see where they're kicking it off on the opponent 45.
It's high kick, fielded at about the 30.
Smart play to call a fair catch right there, because as everybody knows, a kickoff is a live ball. You can kick it down 30 yards, and if it's recovered by Barnesville, that just counts as a long onside. So you got to catch that ball. And Barnesville tried a little pooch kick, see if they could catch them with a drop and recover it, but that was a nice job immediately calling the fair catch there at the 28 and making the play.
So it'll be Pirates ball, first down from the 28-yard line. As we have 7:52 to go here in the first half of play. If you're just joining us, it's Benalla Barnesville. The lead 48-0. The most recent score was a long catch and run to Major Ness of 62 yards off a pass from Dannon Bulgari, and the 2-point try was made by Brendan Torkelson on a bit of a scramble drill type of play. Pirates spread things out on first down, 2 receivers either side. Lubinski now under pressure, sacked. 4 Trojans get to him. There'll be a big loss on the play. He gets back out to about the 25-yard line. It'll be a loss of 3 on the sack.
Yeah, they'll mark him at the 24, so bumping it back to a loss of 4, and there's only so much running you can do if you're Lubinski. If you come off the edge the right way, there's just really nowhere for you to go.
And I'll add another scoreboard update. In a 9-man football, Nevis beat Black Duck 2-0.
Oh,
what, really?
Can you guess what happened there?
Well, it can't be a 2-point conversion, so my money's on safety.
Forfeit.
Forfeit?
Oh.
That's the lowest score you can get in football, so that is the score for a forfeit.
All right. With that, it'll be second down and 15 for the Pirates. Lebarski in motion takes the toss on the far side.
I think it's Perala, actually. Oh, no, that's Lebarski. You're correct.
And, yeah, well, he doesn't get very much. He maybe gets a yard or 2, so they say he's at the 26. It'll be 3 yards on the play and 3rd and 12 on the way for Crookston. 6:45 to go in the first half. Still trailing 48-0.
Other 8 AA scores. Pelican Rapids leads Roseau 15-8 halfway through the second quarter. Holly leading Warroad 13-6. Just starting the second quarter of that one. Some of the scores that we have so far tonight.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. 3rd down and 12 on the way for Crookston. Pirates will come. Everybody tight to the line of scrimmage. 1 back, 2 wings in the formation.
At halftime, I might have to go to drafts.
Take me with you.
Leave me here by myself. It'll be a toss to nobody. Lubinski's just going to have to pick this one up. And under pressure, and he goes down for a big loss. They get to him inside the 10. So Lubinski wanted to toss back to, I believe, Lebarski, but he just missed him. Lebarski had outrun the toss.
I was going to say before we had that Draft Sports Bar and Girls scoreboard update that really throwing has been one of your best ways to go about it, because you can either just throw it away and avoid a big loss, or they've been able to get those occasional completions. But right there, oh my goodness, just a toss to nobody. It ends up being a loss of 16.
So it's 4th and 30 if you're doing math from the 8-yard line. Pirates trying to run one more guy off the field. It'll be Parker Kelly back there to boot it away. It'll be to return. I believe that is Jacob Strand back there. Strand, the freshman, he has thrown a pass this year, run the ball this year, and caught a pass this year. as the end over and kick will hit the pylon. Very accurate there.
Just drilled the chain guy.
Chain guy is going to have to ice up his chest in the morning. So
I'm not going to mention who it was, but it may or may not be a father of a player.
he might get a little bit of heckling for that.
So now with 5:09 to go in the first half, Barnesville has more great starting field position, 48-0.
Yeah, one of the Pirates told Mason Reitmeyer that there's too many guys. Somebody had to get off, so he came off. And then they said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I was told to get off." And they go, "No, we're one short." And then I heard a player go, "Oh, no." But Barnesville luckily did not try to rush and block the punt.
Yeah, they dropped back into more of a zone that time. One of the first times they've done that.
All right, so 3 backs in the backfield again. Ness, Strand, and Robideau. Ness goes in motion to the near side out of the backfield. A pass once again. Under pressure now, the quarterback will run, and that is going to be a long touchdown stride from Gannon Bowgreen to extend the lead now to 54-0. A 26-yard scamper. Hard to say if that was a design run or not because he had so much space.
No, not at all. He was looking for Ness the entire time. Yep. They sent him out wide. But once again, Crookston, besides the one blown pass play, they've had guys there stride for stride covering these guys, so he didn't have the throw. So then he turned to his right and realized, oh, look at all this green grass. I might as well take that.
4:59 to go in the first half. The scoreboard reads 54-0 in favor of Barnesville. For everybody that tried to pick the score out this week, we had a few people predict scores in the 60s and 70s. Those starting to look pretty good right now. As now for the 2-point try, it's the same formation. 3 backs in the backfield behind Bowgreen. Bowgreen will hand this one off. This 2-point try is good. On the carry once again, Nicholas Robideau.
Nick Robideau on the 2-point conversion.
And that extends the lead to 56-0 as we're inside of 5 minutes to go in the first half. Let's take a break. We're back after this on KROX.
For all of your automotive service needs, call Christian Brothers Ford here in Crookston. We have a service team to handle all of your vehicle's needs. Does your vehicle pull to the right or left? Call and schedule an alignment today. Proper alignment saves gas and wear on your tires. We're here to take care of your vehicle repairs and maintenance. Call Christopher or Jersey in the service department at 281-1338. Make an appointment today with the service department at Christian Brothers Ford of Crookston, where we make it easy.
Pirates still trying to figure out an offense. They now trail 56-0 following a 26-yard run from the quarterback Gannon Bowgreen and a 2-point conversion by Nicholas Robideau, his third such play of the night. Zach Thomas here alongside Gabe Bishop and Chris Fee on the sidelines, and it'll be another kickoff coming from Barnesville. The kicker tonight has been all night long, Bryson Christopherson. His legs got to be sore as it's an end-over-end kick that drops down at about the 20-yard line. It is fielded this time, and, well, before he was sworn, we couldn't see a number there.
That was Kelly, yeah.
It was Kelly again. Kelly's been the man to return for the most part tonight. Kelly, of course, despite the game being the way it is, something celebrated, he was voted the homecoming king this week, and he was actually, we spoke to him earlier in the week, KRX did, and he said that he kind of had a feeling he was going to win. He had a lot of support from his classmates, and just had that inkling that it was going to be him whenever they made the call.
It's the classic when we asked, did you think that you're going to be a homecoming? Yeah, I did. A lot of people are voting for me. I love the confidence.
Yep, Parker Kelly, confident young man. And, of course, after the game he had last week, 2 catches on 2 throws. And he had himself a good game last week, all things considered.
Zach, were you ever on homecoming court?
No, I was not very good, and I went to a school with 500 people in my graduating class, so I didn't have a chance.
I think Parker is doing exit polls.
So on the first down carry, it's Zach Lee. And he might get to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on that one as he's across the 30. So we'll give him a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 for Crookston.
A big life achievement for you. I was top 10. I made homecoming court at my college. I'll take that. Didn't make top 3 though, so I only made the preliminary stages.
Can I say it? Was there 11 people at school?
Oh man!
Oh man!
I had to.
There's no better way to be humbled.
It sounds great, why don't you?
You throw a softball and I'm going to hit it.
2nd down and 9 for Crookston. 4:13 to go here in the first half of play. Barnesville leads 56-0.
He hit that one 450 dead center.
Of course, got to line moving the score is what it is. Pirate fans, I'm sure, maybe not surprised, but certainly not thrilled about what it looks like on the scoreboard. As we all know, Barnesville is and has been a very good team for a long time, and they look the part here this evening. So on the second down play, everybody's in tight to the line. Lubinski looks like he's going to hand it off here, and as he emerged almost on a drop back, the ball carrier there did not go very far. Zach Ali once again.
They did that little motion again. They've been trying to do some more motion. They sent Lubinski to the left and then handed off Ali going the other way. Barnesville was able to read that one well, though.
I caught Ali trying to throw up on the sidelines earlier in the game. Wonder if he's dealing with some sickness or just a bit of overexertion there, but these guys certainly trying to leave it all out there. The effort has been there for Crookston, if nothing else, tonight.
Gave him a yard on that one, so 3rd down and 8 upcoming.
Yep, 3rd and 8 on the way from the 32-yard line. 3:17 to go in the first half of play.
I will pass some more positivity. What a beautiful night for Week 7 of the football season here.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Yep.
Couldn't ask for anything better. It's high 50s right now. I just checked that. And wind's not very strong. It's just not very cold.
Yeah, it feels good. I mean,
it's perfect football weather for the players for sure.
You bet.
Yeah, nobody's wearing long sleeves. Couple guys in tights out there, but very comfortable evening for the people on the field.
And the people in the stands. Good crowd tonight.
3rd and 8. Lubinski throws off his back foot, finds Kelly. Kelly's open. He drops it.
Oh.
Incomplete. Or pardon me, that was not Kelly. That was instead Mason Reitmeyer. He had a seam and got around a couple of defenders. Just couldn't look the ball in all the way.
You can tell that was the design as Lubinski just stepped up and threw it, but he couldn't get set. So it just hung in the air a little bit, and it was a little underthrown. So Reitmeyer just kept running, and it kind of died out on him a little bit. So he just was unable to come back and make that catch to bring up 4th down.
And Braden Dunham in there in coverage alongside Bryson Christofferson. There'll be another Pirate punt on the way. 2:43 to go in the first half. As Kelly looks like he wanted to fake it from home and instead just punts it. This one's end over end.
It's one of his best ones.
Yeah, going with the win now as it'll be touchdown at about the 40-yard line. Lubinski kicking with the win now, or pardon me, Kelly kicking with the win now. We were used to saying Lubinski's. He's punted so much this year. But it's 28 yards on the kick, no return here for Crookston, and the Trojans will take over at the 40-yard line. I don't know what that last sentence was.
6 punts for 103 yards now for Kelly in his season punting debut.
And coming up at halftime for the KROX YouTube viewers, or as we like to call it, KROX TV, just because it's easier to say and cooler. We'll have the marching band performing at halftime. We'll show that on our YouTube stream, so you can be looking for that as well.
First down carry for Barnesville goes outside. It's a nice run there, and it's going to be likely another score here from Jacob Strand, and he will trot into the end zone as he had nobody in front of him. Everybody was behind him. They faked the action to Robideau on the far side. Strand took it behind the line and ran it into the near side.
I thought Robideau had the ball the entire time. I was watching him on the far side, and there were 5 Pirates pursuing him, and then I looked back down, and it's Strand who has the ball, and he's coming back the other way, and that's what that Barnesville run attack can do.
And that's what I was talking about.
Just looked up and saw one with the ball.
Yeah, it's. I love watching Barnesville play because they play the game so well, but being a play-by-play announcer and trying to figure out who has the ball is a nightmare.
2-point try on the way. This one here, we know who's got the ball this time. The ball carrier is number 11, Elias Cox. The defensive back, running back, gets in for the 2 points. As we're trying to see some of the second strings working their way into the game here, as we're now up to 64-0 in favor of Barnesville in the first half of play.
Well, like we said, Coach Strand, just a class act, and there's multiple reasons. I mean, number one, he's just a classy guy, and he does things the right way, but also this is why they're so good. You get you're beating somebody like this. Now you put in the backups or the second stringers, and soon it'll be the third stringers, and you keep going. But they're playing against the starters for the other team and getting that experience. So, and plus playing against your own teammates doesn't hurt as well in practice. But that's why teams like this, when you're leading, you get those younger guys in, those guys that practice all week long, just like the starters, and reward them and give them an opportunity. And we just saw Strand, the freshman. Obviously, he's probably going to be a pretty good player with the dad being the coach, but you just plug and play. That's what these programs do that are good year after year.
Yep, so it'll be a kickoff on the way from Barnesville. Crookston will go and receive it. Back to return is Mauricio Arriaga and also Lucas Perella.
I just had public address announcer Corky Reynolds come in and ask me how many plays on offense has Barnesville run. The answer, 9.
And they've scored on how many of those, Gabe?
They've scored on 7 of them.
That's almost as good of a percentage as the penalty kicks last night.
Yeah, for those of you that didn't get to listen to Pirate Soccer last night, we had a Pirate Soccer doubleheader. Both games went to overtime. The Pirate boys would end up losing to Fergus Falls Hillcrest in PKs 7-6 in what was 100 minutes of scoreless play. And in the girls' game, it was Crookston winning the entire way until about the 8-minute mark to go in the second half. It was tied up by Pelican Rapids, and then an overtime goal by Sadie Funk ended the Pirate girls' season. And it was a great game last night in the girls' side, but we'll bring these back here to the gridiron as there's 2:17 to go here in the first half of play. Crookston trails now 64-0. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. Obarski takes the handoff on the far side. And he is met in the backfield and swallowed up by a handful of Trojans there. I saw Elias Cox in there. I saw Robideau in there as well. And now we're down to 2 minutes to go in the first half.
That second level just swarms in for Barnesville. If you're able to get around the edge, you've got your linebackers and your edge rushers that are just waiting to collapse on the ball. So even though they have a 370-pound man who patrols that first level, they still have some freak athletes back there in that second level.
Well, they have Martin Duquette, a 6'3", 280-pound sophomore in on the line now. They also have Owen Thorkildson. He's a 6'4", 215-pound sophomore. These are guys coming in off the bench. And then they also have Broughton, a 5'6", 250-pound sophomore as well in the interior line.
A lot of these guys in here are getting smaller as the game progresses. It's second down and 11. They only lost one on the previous play. As this time, once again, just a pile up in the backfield there. Lubensky doesn't get a whole lot on the QB keeper. Maybe gets a yard. They'll give him the change of two or three, so better than it initially looked like, but still not a whole lot on the carry for Lubensky. As we're now down inside of a minute to go, 55 seconds left in the first half of play. And one that I'm sure Crookston is just ready to see tick away. It's now 64-0 once again, and when the score is at this point in the game, you're just kind of waiting for it to hit zeros.
Yeah, how fast is that clock going to move for him? Well, it moves the same as it does all the time.
Well, the running clock in the fourth quarter is still a thing, unless Crookston can come back and cut this down to a 30-point game. As on third down, now to be in the same formation. It'll be a Lee in motion, fakes the toss. Lubensky will keep it this time, and he is swarmed in the backfield for a loss. Down at about the 35-yard line, loses two.
I like what I saw there from Ali, the lead blocker. He was able to block a Barnesville player onto his backside. So that was a good aggressive block by Zach.
Looks like that'll be the final play here of this first half as that clock is going to tick down to 0.
Yep, down to 0 indeed. Halftime score, Crookston trails Barnesville 64-0. But before we go to halftime, Chris Fee is going to be on the sideline, and Nate Lebarski going to join him here as Chris is going to make his way over there to go greet the Pirate head coach.
Yeah, I think we might all know some of the things he might say here. It's not too difficult to drum up things in a 64-0 game.
Send it down to Chris.
And we are here with Coach Nate Lebarski. Coach, obviously, to quote Denny Green, they are who they thought they were. And Barnesville they've come out and played very well.
Well, there's no doubt they're an exceptional football team. We knew that, and so this is a gauge of whether you're willing to compete with a successful football team or whether you're not. And right now we don't have 11 guys that are doing that. So that's the big struggle we're having right now.
You couldn't ask for a worse start. You have the punt block, and then you have on a kick return, you take a knee and you gave them short fields right away.
Yeah.
You can't do that to Barnes.
No, you can't. I mean, it's going to be hard enough at the beginning, to start the game. So, I mean, you can't give them free yards. You can't give them, short fields. I mean, they're going to take advantage of it, which they did on just only a handful of plays. So, yeah, you're behind the 8 ball to start with. So,
what can you do in the second half, or what are you planning on trying to do?
Well, quite honestly, we're going to look for if we have football players that are going to compete with a team like Barnesville, and we're searching for them, and if we can find 11, that would be fantastic.
Coach, best of luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Chris. With that, the march makes its way on the field. We'll take a break here on the airwaves, and we'll be back with halftime after this on KROX.
Join us in our show entitled Differences of Land of 1,000
Is
Dances
Blake getting
by
this
Chris Canner.
on the stream? We'll keep the stream going.
And Fireball by Pitbull. The band is under the direction of Manny Green and the assistant direction of Adrian Winger. Crowd, let's hear it for the Marching Pirates.
Robidou recovered the block punt.
Just send it back to break after stats. Oh, okay. Let me pull that up. Real quick now, we're going to hop into some halftime stats as the band wraps up their performance here. First start with Crookston. Tegan Lubinsky at the moment 2 of 9 for 21 yards and that 1 interception. That fake punt throw by Parker Kelly was good for 14. Cumulative rushing yards throughout everybody that has carried the ball, -31 throughout an entire cumulative gathering of everybody who has ran the ball. The longest rush was Tegan Lubinsky for that 17-yard smooth sliding first down carry. 3 catches, 20-yarder by Lucas Perala, 14-yarder by Mason Reitmeyer, and a 1-yarder by Ryan Labarski.
Would you please direct your
As for the Barnesville Trojans, Gannon Bolgren 3 for 3, 142 yards, and a 3-touchdown clip. Major Ness has 1 carry for 9 yards. Jacob Strand 1 carry for 60 yards and a touchdown. Gannon Bolgren 2 carries for 32 yards and 1 score. Nicholas Robideau 2 carries for 10 yards and 2 scores. He also has been responsible for the vast majority of all of the 2-point conversions. Major Ness has 2 of those catches. Those are 92 yards and 2 scores. Isaiah Zajac has 1 50-yard score. Crookston has 4 penalties for 30 yards, 6 punts for 103. Of course, that 1 turnover, that was the interception. No turnovers and no penalties on the board for Barnesville at this moment. Of course, we got the tennis update earlier. Thank you, Chris, down at the sideline. Let's take a look now at some football scores here on the Drafts Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update as it loads here for me. Sometimes takes a little bit of time, but we'll pull it up here as it's getting down to about 7:30 here on this Friday.
I can get you here. The class or in 8AA, Pelican Rapids leads Roseau 21-16 with a minute left in the first half of that one. So that one's a good one. Hawley leading Warroad 27-6, a minute left in the first half. And that seems to be about it for 8AA. Park Rapids and Frazee, we don't have a score on that one. And in Class A, Red Lake County, they have a big game in Section 8A. The Rebels leading Ada Borup West 14-7 halfway through the first quarter. They already have 3 touchdowns in that one. And that seems to be about it as far as area scores so far. And then in 9-man, we told you Nevis beat Black Duck by forfeit 2-0. I'm assuming it's forfeit. Fertile Beltrami leads the Northern Freeze 16-0 early in that game. No surprise on that score. So again, 7 o'clock, a lot of these games are starting, so not a lot of scores coming in on that front. UMC women's soccer, they played to a 2-2 draw with Minnesota State Moorhead.
All right, Chris, thank you very much.
Well, we're back. You guys, of course, heard the score update there, brought to you by Draft Sports Bar and Grill. We have an update from the officials. One of the referees came up to the booth here during the break with a marching band, and, well, the Minnesota State High School League has mercy rules. And for the third quarter, it'll be 8 minutes on the clock with regular time. The fourth quarter will be a 12-minute running clock with the exception of what they call tips. That would be timeouts, injuries, and, of course, they stop it for a penalty for a moment to get the penalty, but they're also going to just let the clock run for the rest of the game outside of that. So regular timing rules, but a shortened third quarter, and then fourth quarter will be the regular fourth quarter mercy rules, according to the official. The stadium does not yet know that they're going to announce it here in a moment. As Corky Reynolds is saying it right now. So
the third quarter will be 8 minutes.
We're going to cut to a quick break. We'll be right back on KROX.
In the third.
Ever wonder what your city government does for you? They provide police and fire protection, emergency and disaster preparation, building code and zoning enforcement, street repair, cleaning and snow plowing, curbside garbage and recycling collection, plus spring and fall cleanup weeks. They deliver safe drinking water and maintain a wastewater system. They care for 22 parks and provide year-round recreation activities. They give loans for economic development and housing. They do all this and much more with the help of your city employees.
Welcome to Andy Oman State Farm. We're located on 423 North Broadway, next to Holiday in Crookston, Minnesota. Third generation agent with State Farm. We've got a team here with over 75 years of experience, 6 of us fully licensed, here to serve you. We know insurance is about a promise, and we're here from the beginning to throughout the whole process to deliver on that promise.
Nobody likes to wait on hold, and neither do we. Give our office a call where a cheerful voice is ready to help you right away. Call 218-281-3643.
Hi, I'm Dr. Angie Smith, optometrist at the Crookston Eye Clinic and Foston Eye Clinic. We aim to provide high-quality products to our patients, things that we use ourselves in treating our own dry eye or coatings that we like to use on our own glasses.
We offer myopia control contact lenses for children, which are soft contacts that not only correct their vision, but are designed to slow the progression of their nearsightedness.
The eyes lead the body, and we are passionate about helping the eyes be safer, sharper, and faster.
We're back here on KROX. Pirate Football is still on the air. Despite the score being what it is, we're still going to keep this game rolling. 64-0 in favor of Barnesville this evening. Zach Thomas, Gabe Bishop, Chris Fee here. And if you're just joining us, it's been all Barnesville, maybe as expected. Pirates kick off to open the half. And this will be an 8-minute third quarter. The rules have gone to the point with the mercy rule that we're going to be playing 8 minutes regular time for this third quarter. And again, the fourth quarter will be the normal running clock mercy rule, as the score is where it is at 64-0. So,
and not often do you see this.
No, this is not common. And even in a year where Crookston struggled to, stay in games a lot of the time, it has not been Barnesville every week, to put it lightly. The kick is coming up now, and it will be a nice kick down to about the 21-yard line where it is picked up by the Trojans. There is space to return, and this is going to be a breakaway run for the Trojans, and it'll be a long touchdown. A 79-yard return for Jacob Strand, the freshman.
That ball was received,
and he has made plenty of trips to the end zone tonight.
And returned 79 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was his second trip to the end zone after that 60-yard rush that he had to make it 56-0 earlier in the game, and now we're up to 70, and it looks like because they haven't attempted a kick, probably up to 72.
Needless to say, Strand, he's going to be a good one for many more years.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, only a freshman, and he's not the biggest guy yet. I mean, just looking at his numbers, he's 5'9", 140 pounds. He's going to grow into his body a bit more, and he's going to probably be a bruising back for this Barnesville team in a couple of years.
And he's got the wheels. I mean, the speed that he has as a freshman is tremendous.
3 backs in the backfield this time, and we have changed the entire team out. The two-point conversion was good. It was made this time by Barnesville's number 27, Jack Bredman.
Dunham for the two-point conversion.
Bredman or Dunham? I couldn't tell if that was a 7 or 3. I saw a 7, so I'm going to go with Bredman until I hear otherwise. Either way, that'll make the score 72-0. As Barnesville has scored 9 touchdowns, they have made 9 two-point conversions. And the pummeling just continues as we're now down to 7:47 to go here in the third quarter of play. An 8-minute quarter, that is. The Pirate offense will go out. It'll be Lubinsky, and he's sitting alongside a few of what looks like the younger players on the sidelines.
Well, and the thing, too, you said they've had 9 touchdowns and 2 extra points, or the two-point conversion for all 9 of those, so that is 3 free touchdowns.
Of course, going for 2 and getting it certainly adds to the score quick.
18 points out of two-point conversions. If they failed all of them, it'd be 54-0. If that just shows you the complete scale of the domination that Barnesville has put on throughout the course of the evening.
Man, it must be nice to be good at math, isn't it, Gabe?
Math is something I'm good at. I will take that and run. I ran the table during the multiplication table competition in 2nd grade. Oh man, that's where I thrived. I think that's where I peaked probably.
Kickoff is fielded by Perala at about the 15. He gets out to the 30. So a 15-yard return there for Lucas Perala, where the Pirates will set up shop at about the 31-yard line.
For the Pirates, Perala.
So really, you're just testing, as Coach Labarski said during the brief halftime interview, we need to find 11 guys that have to be competitive, because just go out there and compete, enjoy, like have fun, play the sport. You know, it's not. He's trying to just get people out there that want to do that, and that's what he's going to do here in this second half.
So Lubinsky will go back out at quarterback, as will the rest of the starting group. Lubinsky, by the way, in the marching band, we saw him playing, I believe it was a tuba out there. Maybe it was just a big French horn.
You are right on the second one, a French horn. As somebody that was in band for a week.
You know, I've got a sister who plays a mellophone, which is the marching French horn, in college at Liberty University in Virginia. So familiar with a few of the horns, but not all of them.
I was a 5-year elementary school saxophone player.
It was. I took 3 years of Spanish, and I was able to read Spanish better than I was music. So let's just put it that way. It's a foreign language to me.
Yep.
Hey, fair enough. 2nd down and 13 on the way for Crookston, as it was a loss of 3 on the previous play. We're down to 7 to go in the 3rd quarter.
I wish I could play piano or an instrument, but I never gave it a fair shot either. But
it's not easy. It most certainly is not.
No, it is not. Gabe and I both play guitars, kind of.
We own them. Let's just say we own them.
2nd and 13.
Playing them is a question mark.
This will be a pass for Lubinsky over the middle, trying to find Kelly. This one nearly intercepted, but incomplete through the hands of one of the defenders. Once again, that's Christofferson.
That's either the 2nd or 3rd time that they've tested the seam. It seems like Barnesville, if you can get through that seam, they're just the split second behind, and they have to make athletic plays to try and deflect these balls. So it's on occasion, especially with that completion earlier in the game to Perala, you can get behind the Barnesville defense, but their defensive line is just so deadly that it makes it impossible to get the time in order to get behind the defense. And that's just how Barnesville can defeat you.
And they've thrown it to Kelly. Again, had 2 catches last week on the only 2 pass attempts of the game, one from Tegan Lubinsky, one from Ellen Labarski after a bit of the injury to Lubinsky in that game. And now it'll be 3rd and 13 for Crookston. 2 receivers to either side. Lubinsky in the gun. Takes the snap, drops back, now climbs forward in the pocket, runs right into pressure, and he goes down. The sack made this time by Martin Dukek.
That's a 4-yard loss on the play.
And he loses 4 on the sack. It'll bring him now 4th and 17.
You want to talk about people who probably need to ice their legs after today? Parker Kelly and how much he's done with punting. 6 for 103 so far. Now let's see what he can do on his 7th punt.
6 minutes, 5 seconds to go here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, we have Lucas Perala back there in the punt.
All right, so we're changing punters here. Give Kelly's leg a break. See what Perala's got. And he looks like he wanted to run it. He does kick it. It's faked after it's caught by Arriaga, and that's just a weird-looking play all around, but it'll be...
It landed right at the line of scrimmage. That got absolutely nowhere.
It was partially blocked, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say, Barnesville, somebody got through the line and got hands on it. And
I thought it hit a Crookston player in the back.
Yeah, it could have. And then Lucas Helgeson caught it when it came down.
Yeah, it's Helgeson there. One of the smaller players fielded that, so Helgeson's the one, as Chris mentioned. Of course, has a much better view on the sidelines than we do here on the booth. So Barnesville, once again, great start field position, and oh boy, the big man is into the game. Carson Smith, the 6'7", 370-pound offensive lineman, is now in at right tackle. Any guess where this ball is going? It'll be a handoff to Cox. Cox on the far side, has space to work on the outside. Tries to juke in. He is chopped down by the legs, but a 1st down run and a gain of 13.
No, he's actually, I believe he's short.
Yeah, it looks like the chain gang is going to say he only got about 7 on the run, so that gets him to the 20-yard line.
19, that's an 8-yard carry.
So it'll be second down, 3 to go here for Barnesville. No break huddle here. The new quarterback in the game is Jacob Strand. We saw, again, Elias Cox back there, along with 2 other running backs. Of course, down the stance. And this will be a handoff to the other side. The ball carrier this time, I believe, let's see, that's number 15, Tate Pana.
Tate Pana on the carry for the Trojans, carries down to the Pirate.
Tate Pana is a 5'10", 150-pound freshman, so he's going to take a few carries here. He's been one of the reserve backs this season for Barnesville.
Just getting some of these reserves in, giving them some reps against these Crookston Pirate defensive linemen here.
And he does get the first down. They're on the 15. It's a gain of 5. On first down now, Strain hands off to the outside once again. There's space to work, and another touchdown run for Barnesville. This one knocked in the end zone by Braden Dunham, the 6 foot, 155-pound sophomore. And that makes the lead 78 to nothing in favor of Barnesville with 4:24 to go. As the Pirate fans, well, the stands have kind of cleared out at this point. There's a few open spaces, to say the least. There's been a few shrugs in the box from a handful of people, and we're going for 2 once again of the Trojans. Trying to make it an 80, that's right, 80-point game. Strand takes the snap, bobbles it, and he will fall on this one. So the first time all game, after now the 10th touchdown, the 2-point try is not good. And we're at 78-0 in favor of Barnesville, 4:24 to go in the third quarter of play. Let's take a break. We're back after this on KROX. In KRX Radio Stadium, Pirates playing football still to the end. 4:24 to go in the game where they trail by 78. Zach Thomas, Gabe Bishop here. As we're in the booth, quite literally taking pictures of the scoreboard because, quite frankly, we've never seen this before. Gabe and I both new to the area. Blake, I know, has been around for a while. Our cameraman, Blake Fee.
Ask Blake if he remembers the end of his last game against Barnesville.
Well, we might
He's
ask.
just shaking his head and looking down in your direction.
Blake is not mic'd, maybe for good reason, at least in this instance.
Let's just say he was he took a nap for a while.
Kick is away, and it's muffed and picked up on the far side by, again, Perella, and he is wrapped up and tossed down at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that's not the funny. Obviously, a concussion's never funny, and he was not. It was a bad concussion. He struggled for many, many months, but it was. He still was able to play basketball and all that. But he, after my wife was, they're going to bring him to the clinic to go get checked out. It was a Saturday afternoon game, if I remember right, a playoff game, and. He hit his head on the back of my wife's minivan.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
So I don't know which one was the worst. I'm assuming the football injury concussion was worse, but hitting his head after was...
I think at that point it exponentially grows.
It's just like, yeah, let's put this guy in bubble wrap here.
Again, Blake's not in a headset, so he can't hear that, but we can ask him, Blake, what was worse, the football hit or the minivan hit the day after?
The same day.
Same day.
Or same day, same day.
Pirates have it first and 10 at the 29.
Wow.
Well, brutal hits either way. So we have Pirates first down here, 4:19 to go, trailing 78-0. I have formation in the backfield. Different set this time for Crookston, as it'll be a handoff and not going a whole lot of anywhere. Zach Ali is now in at quarterback for the Pirates. On the carry that time, I didn't see a number. I see a number 10 in there. Gabriel Perala might have been the man to carry it.
I believe that's correct.
And now with
De Leon on the carry.
Oh, it was De Leon. De Leon.
No gain on the play.
Yep, Corky Reynolds says De Leon, so Perala in there as well. So now with 3:52 to go in the third quarter, we're seeing everybody in the game. And, you want everybody to play on homecoming night, but maybe not under these circumstances. As now we'll see the reserves check into the game a bit further. So now 2nd down, 10 to go from the 29-yard line of Crookston. Ali under center, one receiver out to either side, two backs in the I formation in the backfield. Tight end is to the near side. Ali barks out the signals, takes the snap. He will toss this one out. And Lucas Perella carries a stiff arm, and he scampers out of bounds near the 40-yard line. They're going to mark him out at the 36. So that will be a gain of about 7.
Yeah, there we go. Get out to the edge a little bit and make Barnesville run because they keep collapsing inward. And now try to get them to the outside. The pass that went very well for Crookston was on the outside. Lubinsky's big run was on the outside. So really just try to extend the ball a little bit and see what happens.
3rd down, 3 to go. Pirates looking for, I believe, just their 2nd first down of the evening. They have not had a whole lot of success in this one. They had a first down run in the 2nd quarter. They had another one from a penalty.
So they have 2 first downs right now.
But there's, I guess you can call it their 2nd earned first down. I don't think that's what they call the stat, but regardless.
A first down's a first down.
First down's first down. One receiver to either side. Ali under center, two backs behind him in the I formation. Clock ticks down to 3:14 to go here at KRX Radio Stadium. Barnesville up by 78. Ali under pressure. Shimmies, sacked.
That was more of a designed run, and it just didn't work the way he wanted it to, so fall back to the 32. It'll be 4th and 7 here.
Yep, so now inside of 3 to go in the 3rd quarter of play. Again, this 3rd quarter was shortened down to 8 minutes as part of the mercy rule. And now on 4th and 7, Crookston will send new players onto the field, and it looks like we have another punt on the way. This time it'll be Perella to send it away. To return.
The first punt went straight into either the back of a Crookston Pirate or it was blocked again. What's going to happen on this one?
To return, if the ball even gets there, is Jacob Strand. And Perella took the snap and just took a couple of steps forward, and he was met by about 5 Trojan tacklers.
Not really sure what that was.
So, with that, 2:26 to go in the 3rd. The clock stops for the possession change. And now the reserve Pirate defense will enter the game. And it'll be Barnesville ball at the Crookston 27-yard line, and the 28-yard line, rather. And once again, same song, same dance. Great field position for Barnesville. We'll see if they can capitalize once again. So the wind's starting to pick up here at KRX Radio Stadium. I'm starting to feel a bit cooler up here in the booth. For some reason, I feel it on my legs, near underneath the table. Somebody explain how that works to me. But
physics and Mother Nature and everything, it all works in mysterious ways.
It does. So the Barnesville offense comes out on the field. It'll be Strand at quarterback once again.
One thing I will mention that it is great beet harvest weather.
Yes,
will
it
be
is.
Going on tonight. And once again, for those out there, I will be back in the Beat program. That will kick off at midnight, so about just over 4 hours from now.
The Beat has entered my bucket list. Maybe not to host it, but to appear at least for a minute. The handoff on first down goes inside. That's a run to, once again, Braden Dunham, and he gets a nice gain there. We'll call it 7 yards. Yep, I was going to say 7 or 8, but they're going to give him 7 here, so it'll be 2nd and 3 for Barnesville.
Barnesville. They still run at their own pace. They're not necessarily a team that will go completely no huddle. They'll make substitutions, but all of these plays are concise, efficient, and just smooth. They work with the reserves and they work with the starters. They work with everybody.
And Barnesville hasn't really done a whole lot of anything different. They've ran the same, for the most part, plays all night long. Just nobody's been able to stop them. Handoff this time goes inside, and I believe that was. Couldn't see a number.
That was
on
11
there.
11.
That was Cox. Yeah, I was going to say 21's a lineman, so that wouldn't be him. But Cox slips on the play, so he doesn't get any gain on that. Brings up now 3rd down and 3 for
First
Barnesville.
play of either 0 or negative for Barnesville all day.
And we have a minute left to go in the 3rd quarter. Again, Barnesville is a good team, and if things shake out the way that's looking like, Barnesville and Crookston will probably have to meet again in Barnesville's field come week 1 of the postseason. Crookston's going to have a short week here next week. They play on Wednesday night. Of course, as most teams play Tuesday and Wednesday in the regular season. As there's a handoff and a nice run again to Cox. He gets the first down and more. Cox will get down near the end zone. And
yeah, he slides right before the end.
He carries down to the Pirate 3.
We're going to get down to the 3-yard line officially, so.
Yeah, no matter. I think I can safely say no matter what happens, these two teams will meet in the first round of the playoffs now. Even if Crookston beat Hawley, they still wouldn't have the tiebreaker with Warroad, who beat them head-to-head. So
clock takes down to 33 seconds, and
they take a knee?
They take a knee. So, again, up 78-0. Barnesville may be content to just let this thing run. As we roll into the fourth quarter, it'll be running clock for the rest of the way, pending, of course, injuries, points, and any timeouts called. But the end of the third quarter will be like this. Barnesville 78, Crookston 0. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with the fourth after this. You're listening to KROX.
This is my farm.
Don't come out here and tell me what I need.
I need solutions that work and market options that are worth my time.
Small town support that sees the bigger picture.
A global network that empowers us. A co-op that's there for us every day.
With the fall season right around the corner, Grove Mechanical in Crookston is ready to prepare you for winter. They suggest having your heating system serviced regularly to keep things running smoothly. A skilled technician will clean and service your heating equipment to ensure safe and efficient operation. It's never too early to get ready for the upcoming winter season. Before the cold sets in, call Grove Mechanical today, your hometown heating and cooling professionals. Give them a call, 218-281-3863, or visit their website, grovemech.com.
In here at KROX Radio Stadium between Crookston and Barnesville, and I speak for everybody when we say hopefully just 12 minutes remain between Barnesville and Crookston. 78-0 here as the Pirates trail the Trojans in this homecoming night, Week 8 matchup. Zach Thomas here, Gabe Bishop, Chris Fee down on the sidelines, and by all accounts, this has been a brutal game for Crookston for sure. Barnesville just humming along as they usually do. Reserves in for both sides, and it will be running clock here for the rest of the way.
Starting the fourth quarter, it's 2nd down and 3.
And on 2nd and 3, Barnesville going to take another knee. So the Trojans are, it looks like they're done scoring here. They're just going to let this one roll. And
they only have to snap it when the play clock runs down, and they don't want to run the score up any farther than they have to.
Of course, Barnesville is a very classy team. The backups in there, and if nothing else, getting the reps in victory formation is something you have to have, because even still, that play is no guarantee. You still have to execute the snap. You still have to execute the kneel. And if there's a fumble on a kneel down play in a close game, who knows what could happen. Not that Barnesville plays in a lot of close games, but down the stretch, you figure they're going to see somebody that is as good as or better than them. So you have to be sure to execute that well as well. 11:14 to go. 5 steps drop back by the quarterback Strand. He takes another knee. And on 4th down, with 11 minutes to go in the game, it looks like Barnesville will line up and likely just do the same thing.
Yeah, it was 1st and goal on the 3-yard line, and pretty much had the order to slide when you got on that run from the 21 all the way down to the 3, and got the order from Coach Strand saying, we're just gonna kneel this one out. When we've got it, we'll just kneel it out.
Yeah, and it's safe, and even if Barnesville did try to run plays here, you figure a 78-point lead is going to be safe, and another kneel down taken here. And the clock will continue to run as, again, it's a blowout game in the 4th quarter of play, and Zach Ali and the Pirate offense will make their way back onto the field. We'll see what they decide to do here.
The ball goes over on down to the Pirates.
It'll officially be marked as a turnover on downs, the first one of the day for Barnesville. As Tegan Lubensky will make his way over to the bench for Crookston. Again, dealing with a bit of an ankle injury. He's had a busy night, and he sits there almost in a solemn type of a position, looking down at the turf. That was the injuries, and of course his team losing big on the scoreboard here tonight. Crookston gets the ball back. Ball on the 14. Clock ticks down to 9:51 to go between the turnover on downs and the start of the next possession. As Crookston will have to run somebody off the field quickly.
Gabe Prawl, they had to run off there.
One back in the backfield. 2 backs, rather. 1 receiver to either side. It's this a simple I formation again. Lee will hand this one off. And not a whole lot of running room there for, I believe that was DeLeon back there.
It's like they'll give him a yard on that carry.
On the carry for the
That was Lucas
Pirates.
Peralta with that
That was
run.
Lucas Peralta. Okay, so in my vision, not good. I will let the record show I went and looked for binoculars the other day. Didn't have any at the store. I chose to go and look for them in because I thought maybe soccer would be a good thing to have those for, but now soccer's over, at least until next fall. So.
I've got $1 million idea, and it's some kind of binocular glasses for broadcasters.
Oh man, you know how useful that would be?
It would help us in the smaller stations that don't have all the fancy monitors they do in the NFL ranks, for sure.
But I just gave it away, so somebody's going to steal it.
You got to get on that one then.
8:50 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Same formation, 2 backs in the backfield. Toss outside goes for a loss.
Yeah,
As fighting for it there was, let's see. On
Kraus
the,
Peralta out there again. He bobbled that pitch. It was up by his right shoulder pad and just didn't get a proper handle on it and ends up losing 1 on that carry.
now 3rd and 9 for Crookston, down to 8:26 to go. Loss of 2 on the play. 3rd and long upcoming for Crookston. As this Pirate offense will try to sustain a drive. Coach Wabarski said this morning that this team's got to really celebrate when they have success because they know Barnesville is a good team that's not going to give them a whole lot of success. But when they have that, they need to be proud of that and own it and kind of let it carry them forward. And, you know, the demeanor on the sideline right now, it almost looks like a lot of guys are just kind of checked out of it at this point. And, of course, in a game like it is right now, it's almost hard to stay locked into it, you'd think, as a player.
Yeah, it certainly isn't easy when you just look up at the scoreboard and you see the amount of time that's on the clock. It can get to you.
3rd down, same formation as the I backfield. Ali will pass this time, looking over the middle, has a man open, throws it incomplete. Over the middle, looking for, I believe that was Jaron Knutson into the target. Or Jaron Knutson.
Yeah, Jaron, is looking for Jaron, and I like the play call there. Try to get Ali, who is a junior returning, might be a quarterback next year, at least in the running, obviously, being the backup.
So now on 4th down and 12, the Pirates will punt.
I think that's Parker Kelly back there again.
Yeah, it looks like Kelly's back there. We saw some of the bigger guys come out, so I guess this is the starting punt unit. As Kelly looks like he wants to fake it, and he will take a second, and now he finally kicks it away. He danced for a moment, trying to get the Barnesville players to kind of run up the field, but they won't even bother to field the kick. They'll just be bounced down at about the 48-yard line and touchdown by, I believe that is Reitmeyer to tap it down.
Out to the
so
Pirate 44.
It's about a 32-yard punt.
Punt with no return.
And the clock continues to roll. Now down to 6:30 to go in the game, and we'll see if Barnesville decides to run offense or once again just take some knees.
Yeah, they didn't even have a returner down there. They were just going to let them punt the ball down, and of course, no real sense of urgency, no need for it. Just get out of here clean.
To be in a game where you can just kneel the clock out from the end of the 3rd quarter on, I'm sure for Barnesville, it's got to be a great feeling. I can't imagine it feels good for the people on the Crookston side. If anything, demoralizing might be the word to use. As the Pirate defense will get out there, and, well, most of the guys even in a stance. It looks like Barnesville is going to line up in victory formation once again. Strained under center. 3 backs still in the backfield. And, well, we'll see what they decide to do here. They will be a handoff. It's blown up. A nice play made in the backfield there as the running back that time was Tate Pana, and he just had nowhere to go.
And that was Lucas Peralta came in off the edge and blew him up right there. That's a big old loss of 5, and that's a play that you can look back on in film and say, we can do that. Let's do that some more.
So now on 2nd down and 15, ball on the 49, 5:16 to go in the game. See, the Pirates defense can make another stop here. Barnesville leads 78-0 late in the 4th quarter. And the crowded backfield here is the Pirates will get home this time as well.
It's back-to-back 5-yard losses that we've got right there.
Berg on the carry.
So it was Berg there to carry it for Barnesville. Berg wearing number 5, the 5'9", 120-pound freshman, as all these kids a bit smaller, is now another line change for 3 new running backs entering the game for Barnesville. Everybody's getting reps here tonight with 4:41 to go.
It's insane when you can just go into just into your bag of reserves and just run out. Oh, you want a new set of running backs? Here you go. And just bring them on out there. You don't rebuild, you reload.
It's almost like hockey, right? Just get a new group of guys out there whenever you need fresh life.
They just decide to have a line change.
3rd and 20, 4:24 to go in the game. Barnesville up 78-0.
Hey, we might be on the 4th line right now.
Under center, 3 backs in the backfield. Strand to take the snap. He will hand this one off. Swallowed up immediately as the running back this time. Once again, it'll be Tate Pauna on the carry, as he will go down for a loss of a couple. Be 4th down and 22, I believe.
Tackled by the Pirates, Perala. That'll bring up 4th down.
And here comes 3 more different backs.
Yeah, why not go for it here? You're up big. Crookston hasn't really had an answer for anything on the offensive side of the ball. So the scoreboard said 4th and 43 from him. That's clearly not correct.
Yeah, 4th and 20 on the 43.
Of course, a new stadium here. Only the 2nd time the board's been used, and it's been used a bit tonight.
Oh, for football, anyways. They've
Yeah,
had
for
a ton
football.
Of, a ton of soccer.
Yeah, a lot of soccer. 4 soccer games here last week, and a handful of practices between then as well. 4th down, and just not a whole lot of space to work there as the quarterback Strand tried to just sneak it, and he was wrapped up immediately in the backfield. I believe that was might have been Helgeson back there to get him. So it'll be a Pirate 1st down from the Barnesville 43. Clock has 3:05 to go, and well, the clock has not stopped as we figured it wouldn't, but there have been no penalties, no scores, and no timeouts called. And I don't think either team is really, wanting to extend this game any longer than it needs to go. Get everybody out of here healthy maybe is the focus at this point.
Well, now you're in plus territory here. Will Crookston actually try to move the ball down the field and get this goose egg off the board?
Zach Ali under center, 2 backs behind him in the I formation, tied into the far side, 1 receiver to either side. This will be a handoff up the gut. DeLeon's got it. DeLeon working toward the sideline. He gets close to the marker for the 1st down.
About 8 to 8.5, it looks like we got on that carry.
So Ian DeLeon does not quite get there, but a nice run and one of the longer carries of the day here for Crookston, now with 2:15 to go in the game. So it'll be officially marked as a gain of 9, 2nd and 1 on the way for the Pirates, as Zach Ali will run back to the huddle with the play.
2nd down and 1.
Of course, we want to stay tuned for our post-game coverage because we're going to have an interview with Pirates head coach Nate Lebarski. We'll check the stats as well, check the Draft Sports Farm Girls scoreboard one more time, just updates on the scores that we can find, and then, we'll call it a night here from KRX Radio Stadium after that. 2nd and 1, 2 backs in the backfield, 1 receiver to either side, tight end on the far side. Ali will toss this time to, once again, Perala, who gets the 1st down and gets out to about the 30-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4. As the clock ticks down now to 1:30 to go in this game.
There we go. Add another 1st down to the list. Their 3rd one of the day. Probably only going to run about 1 or 2 more plays as they're not operating with any sense of urgency here.
The play clock is not on, but with the time that there would be, it probably would be about 2 to 3 left in the game, you would think. Usually it's about a 40-second between plays if the clock is going slow. Same formation, I backfield. Ali under center, 2 backs behind him, 1 receiver to either side. Handoff up the gut once again, and this one will not go. Oh, no, he's going to plunge ahead. He gets a couple yards on that play, so out to about the 26-yard line, gain of 4. De Leon again, the fullback. Will dart forward on that one, and I'll give him 2.
Got 1 more play that they're going to run here.
One more play as the Pirates sideline just looks thin. Not a whole lot of guys. Lubinsky on the bench. He's sitting there next to one of his teammates, Mason Breitmeyer, as they look onto the scoreboard. Then back at us here in the booth. I have formation once again. Now we're down to 17 seconds to go in the game. Ali under center. 1 receiver to either side. Tight end on the far side of the field. Ball between the hashes near the left. Ali will keep himself this time. Has a couple of blocks, but runs into a Barnesville tackler. A nice form tackle made here. This one by Brock Grabo. And that will end the game. Your final score, Barnesville 78, Crookston nothing. And at long last, teams will shake hands, and we're going to wrap things up here. Let's go ahead and take a break. We'll come back with our post-game coverage after this. You're listening to Football on KROX.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care.
The team at Riverview Health is getting stronger to serve you better. Riverview Health is pleased to welcome orthopedic surgeon Dr. Brennan Smith. Dr. Smith specializes in joint replacements and sports medicine. Dr. Smith is now seeing patients at Riverview Clinic in Crookston, East Grand Forks, and Thief River Falls. You know you'll be in good hands with Riverview Health when you need specialized care. For appointments, call 218-281-9595.
Ever wonder what your city government does for you? They provide police and fire protection, emergency and disaster preparation, building code and zoning enforcement, street repair, cleaning and snow plowing, curbside garbage and recycling collection, plus spring and fall cleanup weeks. They deliver safe drinking water and maintain a wastewater system. They care for 22 parks and provide year-round recreation activities. They give loans for economic development and housing. They do all this and much more with the help of your city employees.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
There's the word from Chris Fees. We're coming back here on KROX Radio from KROX Radio Stadium. We're asking the question, stats or scores first? And, well, we'll finish up tonight's coverage in the 78-0 blowout from Barnesville and Crookston with the, Chris?
Well, before the stats, I'm going to tell you that we have our winner for the Pick the Score. It came down to just a couple points. Mike Boucher picked 66-0, so he missed by 12. And then Vance Person picked 70-6, so he was off by 14. So Mike Boucher wins with the 66-0 prediction.
All right, Chris, thank you very much. Of course, get a multitude of prizes.
Oh, yeah, a lot of gift cards, $76 in cash, and that Magoo's Pizza.
Yeah, Magoo's Pizza also fantastic. So with that, I will start with stats, as is the word to run this down. First for Crookston, Tegan Lubinsky through the air went 2 for 10 for 21 yards and that interception. Parker Kelly threw one completion for 14 yards. That was on a fake punt. Zach Ali's only throw was incomplete. Cumulative rushing yards, as I gather this up, it ended up being -41. So the cumulative rush total, -41, if you count the fumble that went 16 yards back. If you count that as well, that adds into the whole cumulative rushing total. Best runs of the day were Tegan Lubinsky's 17-yard carry for a first down, and then Ian De Leon's big 9-yard angry run toward the end of the fourth quarter. Receiving, of course, there were only 4 catches throughout the day. Perala had 1 for 20 yards. Reitmeyer, of course, 2 for 15, and 1 for 14, and Labarski went 1 for 1. Crookston had 4 penalties for 30 yards. They ended up with 8 punts. One of them was blocked. One of them went nowhere. The other 6 went for 134, besides the one that was blocked for a touchdown. All touchdowns all day for Barnesville. Gannon Bolgren only threw 3 passes, which is about the average of what you'd expect. He completed all of them for 142 yards and 3 scores. On the ground, Jacob Strand, besides the 4 kneel downs, had a carry for a 60-yard score. Gannon Bolgren, 2 for 32 and a touchdown. Nicholas Rubidoux, 2 for 10 and a touchdown. Rubidoux, as we also figured out, he was the one that recovered the the blocked punt. He was the one that recovered the blocked punt for a touchdown, so give him credit for that. And Strand was the one who had the kick return touchdown for 80 yards out to open up the second half. Receiving, Major Ness, he had 2 catches, 92 yards in the score, and Isaiah Zajac, he had 1 catch for 50 yards and a touchdown. No penalties as well as no punts on the day for the Barnesville Trojans, who improved to 7-0 with a 78-0 throttling there of the Crookston Pirates. We will now shift emphasis over to the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. Let's see what we got here. First in 9-man, Norman County East Hewlin hit it all in front of Winnemac 8-6 at the end of the first half. Fertile Beltrami all over the Northern Freeze, 36-0 at the end of that first half. In Class A, Red Lake County taking it to Ada Barb West right now, 26-13. 5 minutes remaining in the second there. Staples Motley in front of New York Mills, 22-8 in that game. Let's see what else we got here as I continue to scroll down. Still don't have an update from the Monoman-Waban Lake Park, Audubon, Red Lake, and Bagley, and Polk County West at Monaga. Once we get those, we will send them to you. In Class AA, of course, we had this game. Pelican Rapids all over Roseau, 41-16, 1 minute left in the third. Hawley in front of War Road, 34-14, 4 minutes left in the third. Let's continue down my list here, see what else I can find on our scoreboard update. Still waiting for some scores to come in from a few games as well. So we will get those to you as soon as we can. But on the other side here, of course, we had the updates from tennis earlier as well. Again, congratulations to the team for back-to-back section champions for team play and some good results from the individuals so far as well. That will continue later on tonight and into tomorrow, where there will be some more individual tennis matches being played at Sports Plus in Fargo Courts Plus in Fargo. Still no updates yet for Fergus Falls and Thief River Falls as well. That's Class 3A game, and otherwise that's about where we're looking right now. So that's been a look there at your Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update for you at the moment. And of course, we have Nate Lebarski still in his team huddle right now, still talking to the players. So it might be a little bit before we bring him up this way, but I'm sure probably, Zach, fair bit to talk about down there.
Yeah, I'd imagine the conversation in the huddle is going to be all in the conversation we're probably going to have with him in the booth. I mean, after a game like this one, I'm sure that there's a lot of things to say, but at the same time, as a coach, you don't really know what to say.
Well, I think it's also a bit more self-explanatory. Like, the scoreboard says a lot.
Yes.
And the plays and the stats, they say a lot. And they say things that they say a lot of things that the coach doesn't have to say because they're right there and they're in front of you. But Coach Lebarski, throughout the course of the year, he's talked about, I want my guys to compete. I want them to be out there and try and just fight for 4 quarters. You know, early in the year, the East Grand Forks games, the other games at the beginning of the year, he wasn't seeing that. It started to come together. War Road had started to come together a little bit more, some more effort, and just things like that he saw for 4 quarters. Today, though, not really. I mean, effort is always there, and you see that throughout all of Crookston sports. If you're out there, you continue to play. But in that 4th quarter especially, you could tell it was really hitting the players tougher there, because you never, especially on your homecoming, you never want to look up and see a score like that, and that's presented in front of you. It's not fun to be around.
No, you want to win your homecoming for sure. You want to win homecoming, you want to win senior night, you want to win your opener, and of course, Crookston's got tough Tuscan next week. Hawley's coming to town, and another very good football team moving through here next week. But with that, let's go ahead and take our next break. When we return, we'll see if we can get Nate Lebarski up here. We'll have a quick chat with him, and then we'll wrap things up here from KRX Radio Stadium. This is Pirate Football on KRX. We'll be right back.
This is my farm.
Don't come out here and tell me what I need.
I need solutions that work and market options that are worth my time.
Small town support that sees the bigger picture.
A global network that empowers us. A co-op that's there for us every day.
This is Lindsay Erdman, Executive Director at Benedictine Living Community of Crookston. It is our privilege to serve the Crookston community and the surrounding area by offering a continuum of care ranging from assisted living, skilled nursing care, memory care, short-term stay and rehab, and outpatient therapy, including physical, occupational, and speech therapy. We also offer many employment opportunities with great benefits, on-site daycare, and a scholarship program. Contact us today at 218-281-3424 or benedictincrookston.org.
At Crookston High School, we really have a lot going on.
There isn't that much going on.
Oh yeah? We have
softball, baseball,
track and field,
soccer, swimming, tennis,
golf, volleyball,
crap shooting, hockey,
basketball,
wrestling. So we have a lot of sports.
and there is
Orchestra, band,
choir, visual arts, speech, theater, Leo Club. And Crookston is one of the highest academic schools in the region.
Really?
Yeah, really, especially in math and science.
I guess we do have a lot going on.
Yeah, and that's why Crookston High School is my education destination.
With the fall season right around the corner, Grove Mechanical in Crookston is ready to prepare you for winter. They suggest having your heating system serviced regularly to keep things running smoothly. A skilled technician will clean and service your heating equipment to ensure safe and efficient operation. It's never too early to get ready for the upcoming winter season. Before the cold sets in, call Grove Mechanical today, your hometown heating and cooling professionals. Give them a call, 218-281-3863, or visit their website, grovemech.com.
For all of your automotive service needs, call Christian Brothers Ford here in Crookston. We have a service team to handle all of your vehicle's needs. Does your vehicle pull to the right or left? Call and schedule an alignment today. Proper alignment saves gas and wear on your tires. We're here to take care of your vehicle repairs and maintenance. Call Christopher or Jersey in the service department at 281-1338. Make an appointment today with the service department at Christian Brothers Ford of Crookston, where we make it easy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Angie Smith, optometrist at the Crookston Eye Clinic and Foston Eye Clinic. We aim to provide high-quality products to our patients, things that we use ourselves in treating our own dry eye or coatings that we like to use on our own glasses.
We offer myopia control contact lenses for children, which are soft contacts that not only correct their vision, but are designed to slow the progression of their nearsightedness.
The eyes lead the body, and we are passionate about helping the eyes be safer, sharper, and faster.
Crookston Valley Cooperative in Crookston is your full-service local agronomy dealer, delivering the products and services that you've come to expect. Crookston Valley Cooperative specializes in seed, chemical, and fertilizers that you need to keep your farm operation growing. For expert advice you can rely on, give Sean, Mike, or Matt a call at 281-1178 today or stop by at Crookston Valley Cooperative, located at 1122 Fairfax Avenue in Crookston. Crookston Valley Co-op, here to keep you growing.
Welcome to Andy Oman State Farm. We're located on 423 North Broadway, next to Holiday in Crookston, Minnesota. Third generation agent with State Farm. We've got a team here with over 75 years of experience, 6 of us fully licensed, here to serve you. We know insurance is about a promise, and we're here from the beginning to throughout the whole process to deliver on that promise.
Nobody likes to wait on hold, and neither do we. Give our office a call where a cheerful voice is ready to help you right away. Call 218-281-3643.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Minnesota, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
I think we've done that all year long, and I think we just talked about it here at the end of the game. Is nobody believes you if you don't, and I don't think anybody whether it's the players or the coaches, feel good after a game like this. We obviously got manhandled by a really, really good football team tonight, and we couldn't do a whole lot about it. So that's just the way it was.
Right. So at halftime, you were talking to Chris, and you'd said you wanted to find 11 guys that go out here and compete. Did you find those 11 guys tonight?
Yeah, well, that's the challenge too, right? So the game is, it's obviously out of hand, and so we're not going to play our starters. They're gonna play, their JV and their young guys. So we're able to get, we don't have a lot of guys, but we're able to get young guys in there some playing time. So, to be able to evaluate whether or not we had the effort level or the aggressiveness. We had one drive basically to evaluate that with our older kids, and quite honestly, no, I don't know that we found that tonight. I think we came out here with certainly deer in the headlight look with our opponent and knowing the opponent, and that's not going to do you any favors, especially when you have to match the intensity and aggressiveness of a athletic and strong football team. So that's basically kind of the story of the night, is that we didn't have any match there at all.
All right, so it all started early in the game. You guys won the coin toss. You guys got the ball first. First drive was going your way. Had a punt blocked. What did that sort of do as far as setting the tone for you guys this game?
Yeah, definitely a momentum swing that was not in our favor, and like we were talking about at halftime, you can't give a team that's that good and that potent. Short fields are obviously scores on special teams and shrink the field on yourself. So that didn't help us at all.
Tonight, did you see anything that was maybe a positive out of your guys, and if so, what was it?
There again, I mean, our young guys are wanting to play, and in a game like this, and they're seeing what's going on too. I was happy that they ran in the game. We're trying to get better. It basically turned into a JV game, in the second half, and they're out there kind of fighting, clawing, scratching, and that was good. I mean, I think there's certainly some dejected faces in the post-game huddle, and as they should be. This isn't fun, and if you don't do some soul searching and you're not upset about an outcome like this, it's liable to happen to you again. So I hope this stings a little bit, so that the next time that comes about, we have to turn around and play on Wednesday against a really, really good Holly team. So we need to figure it out quick, and this should sting, and then we should come back, work hard, and do something about it.
Of course, on a short week, what is the prep going to look like? What is the advanced schedule going to look like? And just trying to shorten things down here, preparing for another very good opponent coming here to Carrick's Radio Stadium on Wednesday night.
Yeah, and you talk about it early in the season, how the individual time goes down as you move your way through the season, and knowing what you're doing, and there's not a lot of changes that happen. We need to get better at doing what we're attempting to do. It's not like, hey, we're gonna change a bunch of things and there's gonna be this magic potion. We need to be able to block better. We need to be able to run the football. We need to be able to run better routes. We need to protect offensively, defensively. We need to stop the run. We need to do all those kind of things better. It's not like that we have to change a bunch of scheme things. We need to run what we're attempting to run better.
All right, Coach, I don't want to hold you here too long. I know it's kind of a tough night tonight, but I do want to ask you before we wrap things up, if there's anything else we haven't covered yet that maybe you want to mention about this game or headed up to the next one before we get to tomorrow.
I think the challenge for some of our guys too that didn't play tonight is that we need you, and obviously we had some injuries that we're going to keep a couple guys out, but man, if we're not playing for other reasons, it's just not acceptable. So we need as many guys out there as we can, and we need to have a good solid Monday practice, come back and with some energy and get prepared for Holly and get out there and play better than we did tonight.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you so much for the time this evening. Once again, it's Pirates head coach Nate Lebarski following a 78-0 loss to Barnesville here at Carrick's Radio Stadium. Coach, thanks again. Go look the rest of the way.
Thanks.
All right, so with that, once again, Nate Lebarski here in the booth, and we'll check with him again tomorrow morning. Coach's Corner programs at 9 a.m. on KROX. Let's do one more quick check of the Draft Sports Bar Girl scoreboard update. As Chris is grabbing the headset, he's going to get it up before I can get it up on my phone. So, Chris, what do you got for us?
Well, we can tell you, first of all, as you heard in the reports and able to watch online, watch on our, not watch, but look on our website, the Crookston Pirate girls tennis team. We're going to start with some great news. They beat Staples by a score of 4-3 to advance to the state Class A tennis tournament. And congratulations to all the Pirates. I think they're on their way home from Fargo now. As the individual portion of the bracket is wrapped up. And let's tell you about that while we're on tennis. First, it was the Pirates' Georgia Sanders in doubles now. Georgia Sanders and Ashlyn Bailey, they teamed up in doubles. They won their first match over a pair from Staples Motley, 6-4, 6-1. And then they lost to a very good Piper Green and Brianna Ellison. That was, I believe, the number 1 seed, if I am right, 6-4, 6-3. So they gave them a pretty good battle. And Georgia and Ashlyn end their season as a duo, but they'll obviously continue with the team to the state tournament. So not a bad showing there by Georgia and Ashlyn. And then the number 2 seed, Addie Fee and Kaylee Clausen. They won their first match over a pair from Park Rapids, Rachel Alvin and Kate Dravis, 6-2, 7-5. And then in the second round, they beat Heidi Zimmerman and Madison Pirius of Staples Motley, 6-2, 6-4. So now Fee and Clausen advance to the semifinals, to the Final Four. They'll take on Anna Feemeyer and Kaylee Andres from Wadena Deer Creek. And the other semifinal, it's Green and Ellison of Thief River Falls. They'll take on Perham's Morgan Smith and Aubrey Zimmerman. If the Pirates, if Fee and Clausen, they win, they'll play for the championship. If they lose, they will play in the third place match with a chance for a true second. And then in the singles, let's go to that. And we can tell you that it was Paige Abrahamson. She came in as the number 5 seed in the singles tournament for the Pirates, and she won her first match. I've been trying to figure this out. They have the green dot in the score in favor of Paige, but then when you go to the next round, it shows that Paige's opponent is in the bracket. So we're going to have to check with that. And Ava Martin lost her first match, and she was eliminated as well. And the reason why I'm stalling a little bit here, as I went from doubles to singles, it's refreshing and not loading here. So we will see if we can switch back over to my phone hotspot, and there we go. But anyway, so again, the Pirates have a doubles team of Fee and Clausen. They are still left, the only 2 left for the Pirates that will be playing in the semifinals tomorrow. And then as we take a look at the football scores from around the area from tonight, obviously this one's done very early, but in 9-man football, Nevis gets a 2-0 victory, so we're thinking forfeit over Black Duck. That game was supposed to be played at 7, and they had the 2-0 score before 7, so we're assuming it's a forfeit. Norman County Easteel and Hitterdal at halftime, they lead Winnimac 8-6. Fertile Beltrami, they continue to have no problems this season. They lead the Northern Freeze 42-0 with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. And Fertile Beltrami averaging over 50 points a game this season, and pretty much every game they haven't scored much in the second half. Also, Border West, a team that Fertile Beltrami beat easily, they lead Otter Tail Central 30-6. Hillcrest Lutheran Academy leads Hancock, who's ranked 10th in the state, 14-0. Park Christian over Clearbrook Gonvick 14-8 as they get ready to start the second half there. And Class A, the big game in Section 8A, and you could say the state for that matter. Well, it's not much of a game right now. Red Lake County leading Ada Borup West 34-13 at halftime. So Coach Remick and the Rebels, they had a fantastic first half, and that is for the number 2 seed. Well, does that mean much? Not really, because Red Lake County and Ada Borup West are going to play in the semifinals more than likely. But that'll be at at Red Lake County will be able to host that instead of going to Ada if that score holds up. Other scores, Monoma and Waban. We shouldn't speak too much yet on the number 1 or 2 and 3 seed because Monoma and Waban right now leading Lake Park Audubon 19-14 at halftime. And that is some of the scores in Class A and Class AA. It's Hawley leading Warroad 49-14 at the start of the fourth quarter. Pelican Rapids now leads Roseau 48-16. 5 minutes left in the game there. Of course, the final score here was Barnesville 78-0 over Crookston. And talking to Coach Strand, he goes, "We have never played at somebody else's homecoming game before." And I said, don't even get me started with that. Everybody in town saying, how in the world can you schedule the number 1 ranked team in Barnesville? That would be like scheduling Warroad in boys hockey on homecoming or something, something crazy like that. But anyway, actually it's worse because Barnesville's above and beyond number 1 in the state and 13-time defending section champs. So those are some of the scores. And let's see what else we have here. That is about it. Class 3A, Morris leads beat Perham 32-13. We have Fergus Falls leading Thief River Falls 20-6 at halftime. So those are some of the scores from 3A. Yesterday there was a class section 8-3A game that was Dilworth Glendon Felton. I wrote in my Sports Fever column, which Coach Strand said he reads every week. He said, I said earlier, a couple of weeks ago, don't sleep on Dilworth Glendon Felton, and I am correct for a change, as they beat East Grand Forks 45-6. The Rebels starting to put things together here at the right time at the end of the year. So those are just a few of the scores. UMC Soccer played to a 2-2 tie with Minnesota State Moorhead, so a draw there. UMC Soccer still looking for their first conference win of the season. And I think that covers most of our scores that we have at this time, Zach.
All right, well, Chris, thanks for the update. And, of course, congratulations to Pirates Girls Tennis. Had a pretty good day today, all things considered. And we'll see how they do tomorrow as well.
Twins baseball. They didn't make the playoffs. Sorry.
Yeah, they make the playoffs, but they're also trying to sell the team. So that's a whole other conversation for another time.
I asked Corky Reynolds if the Baseball Association is going to buy the Twins. He said, we'll take it out of our slush fund.
Hey, as long as they move from North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Not again.
The Twins. That's the big news there. But again, we have Gopher football tomorrow night. They take on UCLA at the Rose Bowl. We'll have that on KROX, and then we also have Vikings football have the week off, but we will have Sunday night football, which I think is a pretty good game, isn't it? Buffalo and
that's Monday night. The Sunday game, unfortunately, is Cincinnati and the Giants. I think the league's punishing us this week.
Yeah, maybe we won't carry Sunday night football. No, just kidding. We have you covered. We have a lot of sports coming up, and we're going to join Gopher hockey here in just a little bit as they take on Air Force. That's coming up tonight here on KROX from Vegas.
Yep, 8:24 right now, so I think we probably should
better get going
here, get going, and get you some Gopher hockey here on the airways. But for Chris Fee and Gabe Bishop, my name is Zach Thomas. Final score one more time, Barnesville 78, Pirates nothing. This has been High School Football on KRX. We'll see you next time. All right. Well, how did this go tonight, Gabe? Good, bad, or do we not want to know?
Well, I ran into one of them. I forgot his name, but he came in right before I left today because he won. Because he was one of the guys. He was one of the guys at the Viking Voyage who never picked up his Little Joe's pizza slip. Okay. And he was the guy who called in. He's like, "Hey, I requested this song." And you didn't play it? No, I played it. Oh, okay. And he's like, "I requested this song. On your first night, I only listen in the garage sometimes. I'm an older guy. I don't like a lot of that new age shit." Just like, all right, man. Here's that.
Oh, thanks. This has all the stats on it.
It has all the drive and touchdown times.
I put the first quarter scoring in. I wrote that all down, then I ran out of space on my program.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we've got touchdowns covered now, so that's going to end up being the story. It's just basically the touchdowns.
I wrote down all the times.
This will be a quick is that just going to be track?
Well,
I guess baseball and softball, but that's not here.
They could play softball here if it's wet, which at this point, who the heck knows? It's so dang dry. The farmers are loving it though because they're taking off the corn and they don't even have to dry the corn like they usually do because it's so dry. So they're saving a buttload of money there.
Dave, I'm going to hand the tile on there ready for you.
Yeah, right here in my left hand.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I was talking to one of my good friends at farms, and he said they're about 65% done. So he said they could make it. You know, you might not have to do it past Sunday or Monday.
Farming.
Sugar beets.
Oh, sugar beets.
That'd be a big one.
Yeah, it's so hard to gauge with all these shutdowns how far along people are.
Yeah, I think by Wednesday we should be done, right?
Oh, Wednesday, yeah, unless we
have
a
a major
load of rain or something.
Yeah, but we're just
there's only that
it to be
little
dry with the occasional frost, I think.
Yeah, frost is going to be the.
That could be the slowdown at night.
We could just leave it.
Oh, we leave this here too?
Yeah, the ad computer. Yeah, we're leaving that.
Oh.
Or no,
we gotta
take that. Yep.
Everything in the tile line.
Yep. Sorry, I was wrong. Thank you.
I was about to say we definitely need that.
I was
in the hot spot,
incorrect.
too.
Yep.
Headsets can stay.
Yes, for Coach's Corner.
Dispensers can stay.
Actually, we could technically leave it all here because we have another.
Yeah, we have another one. But
Do we have another computer?
yeah, we have another one too. We use
Oh,
both.
duh! You
Yeah,
used them
we
both for
used
boys
them
and
last
girls
night
soccer.
somehow.
Do you just want to do that, or do you want to
Well,
take?
we already tore it down, so let's just.
Yeah, we'll take it. We
We'll
already tore it down.
rearrange it later.
Fair
That
enough.
stuff is kind of, we need it. One goes back, I'd rather have it in the station just so we have it.
Yeah.
So next week we've got the Tuesday game too, right? Yep. So am I doing play-by-play color? What's the deal on that? If Gabe can't make it for beat. Okay. That's okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll take color either way then.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, if Gabe, if Gabe wants to come up and do it, he can do it.
Yeah. Just put me on a by ear basis for right now. I will.
But I can contact the coach and do all that, and
Yeah, that would save me a bit of trouble and everything.
As long as I have lineups, I'll be good to go on everything. That's all I need, and I can get that stuff done the day of.
There's so many questions with this thing that you're not fully sure.
I'll probably email Hallways people, Monday and try to enter Monday afternoon or Tuesday morning.
yeah, Peter will get back to you right away.
That's good. That's good. Yep. Oh, one more thing, Chris. Tomorrow, Coach's Corner. I know Gabe's got this and beat coming up. Is it all right if I just do that for him tomorrow? Coach's show. Is it all right if I do the Coach's Corner tomorrow? Just
Absolutely.
give me a break.
Yeah, I appreciate
Well,
that.
I didn't even. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, I know he's got shift today, then this, then the
I never know how.
Poor guy's got to sleep.
How it's all gonna go.
Yeah.
So.
I never know.
Well, that's very kind.
At the time, I was thinking, there's no way we're going to shut down. And all of a sudden, we shut down.
Shut down for 3
But,
days.
but I'll be awake anyway. I'm gonna have a church thing at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. and I'll be done with by 8, so I'll just ride with Shannon after that and call it a day.
Yep. Knock yourself out.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
It would have been a bit of a drag for me. And
Well, anytime there's a schedule thing, always, feel free to ask. And especially with Coach's Corner, if somebody wants to do it and somebody doesn't want to, then you guys talk it over and want to do it, just let me know. And hell, I don't. As long as somebody's there, I don't care.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
I figured we run it by anyway. In
Yeah,
case you were like, what is he doing out there?
Discussed it earlier, and like, it'd make more sense to do it this way.
No, I won't say what's he doing there. I'll say, did I put him down? Especially this time of year, it's just
it's all over the place.
Playoffs,
Playoffs.
Just like
playoffs.
Well, you're sitting there and it's like, okay, we're getting ready for this next week. We have playoffs, and then we have playoffs. Now I'm like, okay, Tuesday, I might go down to the cities for tennis, and normally I would go on a football night, but with my niece playing,
I'd be there for that.
I might be a good reason to go down, but I haven't decided yet, so that's a game time. I still have a week and a half to figure it out. But
that's the 23rd.
And I don't think we need 3. I don't think we need 3 people for Crookston versus Barnesville next week from Tuesday.
No. Quite frankly, no. I think Zach and I can cover that just fine.
We can do that.
Yeah.
It'll be fun and well.
I think we can take care of that.
Tile with me just when I have it tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure we have everything in here.
That stuff's good.
Yeah.
I left the we left the Ethernet cord right here. I didn't bring the Ethernet cord back because I left it plugged in. Do you want it still plugged in? Do you want it back in that bag? Because you took it out of that bag.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. We have. Let's
hey, so I told Libby Boucher, who's running that United Way thing. He's like, if you ain't working that game, I'm judging, and I want you to judge with me. I'm like, well, Chris is scheduled to call that game. If Beat's still going on, I think I might take him up on that because he's like, I emailed him a week and a half ago. I was like, you know who you should talk to? You should talk to Gabe at KROX because he literally told me because, quote, he looks like he likes chili.
That's a compliment or a...
Now, it's a true statement.
That's like when I blew him this morning from
I
came in. So I come walking out of the station wearing my jean jacket with the fur on the collar, and this lady who's in the regards, I forgot, is it Shirley Iverson? Is that who it was? So Shirley comes in, she's like, that jacket's like something out of my closet. I have one just like it.
It's like the one
that
woman.
Probably isn't something a compliment coming from a much older lady.
When I was working the
funny.
Crookston volleyball tournament, I was talking to I think it was Naomi Johnson's grandma or someone's grandma, and she asked me. She recognized my voice. She asked who I was, and I made a joke that my dad always makes. My dad says I have a face made for radio, and she was like, "He's right." She was trying to be nice, but I just kind of. And the mom in the back just put her hands on her mouth. Like, did she just say that? That's when you're a little speechless, because you know that's not what the intent was. Yeah. But you're like, what the hell?
It is always so funny when older people just
nodded and went